くガラスの迷路ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま藤た記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ黒いタイピン運命にコードが刺さる笑うシステム感情を食らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えていけ必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな一つ操られた未来一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we're live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, we got to bring it in close. Listen very closely. You listening? Are you listening? It is no longer Monday. That's right, boys. We are on the up and up. It is Tuesday. It's a glorious, beautiful Tuesday evening. And we need to get together. We need to hug it out. So come in here into the circle. Pause that. Pause that. Do not come into the circle. Not like that. Not like that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Just like come. No, there's no way to say it properly. I give up. There's no way to say it properly. Boys, get in here. Get in here. Stop it, Sam. Stop it, Sam. I see you, Sam. Stop it. It's nasty. All right, it's nasty. Unpause? No, you cannot unpause. No, I don't insist. I don't insist. Somebody stop him. Somebody stop. Somebody stop Sam. Stop Sam. Sam Fisher, I did not insist. Guys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. Get in here. We got to hug it out. It is a beautiful, glorious Tuesday. All right. Gorgeous Tuesday. Everybody likes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but nobody likes Monday. Guys, if you're watching over on YouTube, like the stream. Do it. Now. If you guys are watching over on Rumble, like the stream. That's right. That's right. And if you guys are watching anywhere else right now, that is literally impossible. You're gay, and yeah, I mean that's basically it. What else? I don't know. What else am I supposed to say?
You are gay.
Like the stream, boys. Like the stream, guys. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking today? I think I saw Carl ask, "How did I like Lego Batman?" I wasn't going to talk about that today because we got so many other topics to go over. But just to give you like a little bit of a heads up, I mean the game is pretty damn good. Lots of fun. Runs really well in the beginning, like in the prologue and shit. But then the moment I got to Arkham, the game, especially during some cutscenes, was like stuttering, which, you know, good old Unreal Engine 5 stutter, as expected. Which it's not the first time I heard that. You know, I was hearing that all across the board on social media. And keep in mind, I have a very overpowered computer, so if I'm stuttering, it's not a good thing. Now, granted, it wasn't stuttering to the point where it was like, oh my god, what's happening, right? It was like once in a blue moon. But still, it's like, it's very noticeable when it happens, you know? It's very noticeable when it happens. So, you know, it's not that it doesn't kill the game for me, but it's definitely there, and it's really fucking unacceptable at this point. It's a Lego game, for God's sakes. Like, what are we doing? Anyway, but no, in terms of the gameplay is super fun, but I'm too early into it right now. I only got about 2 hours in it. So, gotta wait till I have more time. Big booty Japanese goth girls check. Very nice. Back grabber check. Batman Lego Legacy started clapping cheeks. No, we don't talk about clapping cheeks here. Do not get them started. Do not get them started, boys. Sonia says 1 year monetized on YouTube today. Yo, congratulations to Sonia. She's been monetized for 1 year.
7 months of membership. Love you all. Hashtag Lara Croft. Heart
Daphne.
on fire emoji. Smiley face emoji.
Daphne, thank you so much for 7 months. I appreciate that. What else are we checking, boys? What else are we checking? Tide pooling check. Steve removes tags. Yeah, I saw that. Steam removing certain tags check. Yeah, I saw that. Tooth pull check. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. Hope you feel better. Vote Bayonetta check. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second. Thick thighs saves lives. They do. They absolutely do. You're not lying about that.
Celebrates 11 months of
16
membership.
motherfucking
11
bit
months.
dude. What's going on, brother? 11 months. One more month. One more month before we're hitting legendary 12 months, boys. Shout out to 16-bit dude. I appreciate that, man. 12 fucking months is crazy. Thank you, sir. What else we checking? DSP gooning check. Monday number 2 sucks check. Don't touch me check. What else? Ponies felt it check. Yeah, we did that. We did that yesterday. Yesterday was just an entire stream about PlayStation, almost for the most part. Empanadas check. PlayStation is burnt steak check. Blunt check. Somebody getting felted check. Second Monday check. Clap check. Iguana hello check. And condoms check. All right, then. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go. Sonia TTS voice check. Sonia, listen. Here's what you're going to do. All right? Listen very closely. You're going to record yourself reading a paragraph. I don't care what it is. Record yourself reading a paragraph for 1 minute and make it very clear audio. Okay? Very clear audio for 1 minute. And then send it to me as an MP3 file. If you send it to me as an MP3 file, I can get you uploaded there as a voice for people to use. So, but you got to send me a 1 minute clear audio video. DMAG says make it very sexy. Oh no. Oh no. You could do it. You could do it. So send it over to me whenever you want. Guys. We got to do the Bigot Army roll call, but before we do that, boys, before we get the feltoning with the TTS and all that shit, because I'm sure it's only a matter of time, guys, we got to go over the battle for today, because it's going to be an interesting one. If you don't know about the video game waifu tournament that we're doing right now, well, you're about to learn. All right, motherfuckers, listen up. So yesterday, there was a bit of a felting yesterday.
Hashtag Bayonetta, she's good looking. Lady Loki 2.
Setsuna with the 2. Thank you so much, Setsuna. I appreciate that. That's a vote for Bayonetta already. Goddamn. And we're just getting started. Boys, listen. Listen up very closely. Yesterday, there was a bit of a felting, all right? Felicia absolutely dominated Liara Tassoni. Liara stood absolutely no fucking chance. No chance. Zero chance. Zero chance, okay? But that's okay. She gave it her best. Now it's Felicia versus Morrigan in the next round. That's going to be interesting. But today we are deciding the next bracket. So we got Sniper Wolf versus Bayonetta, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Sniper Wolf versus Bayonetta. So guys, listen very closely. Whatever super chats you throw up into the chat right now, please ensure that you start them off with hashtag whichever one of these girls' names so that you can vote for either waifu. And at the end of the stream, we're going to decide who is going to move on to the next round. It's either Bayonetta or it's Sniper Wolf. Whichever one it goes, let us know. It doesn't matter to me, boys. It doesn't matter because my Witcher girls are getting destroyed, man. They're getting destroyed. They're getting absolutely destroyed. It's terrible. It's so bad. All right, boys. Listen, Big and Arby roll call. Who's in here right now? Who's hanging out with us? We got Antran is in the chat. We got Setsuna Shadow. We got the Gaming Wolf 87. The Voice in the Water. We got Lucky Boy. We got Fellstaff. We got Charlie motherfucking Nuclear. What's going on?
Bayonetta.
Xavier with the 5 for Bayonetta, not wasting any time. Thank you so much, Xavier. I appreciate you, brother. We got Soul Reaper 2078. We got Taffy. We got D-Mag. We got King motherfucking Demon Wing. We got Kagwana. We got Dylan B. Mr. Melancholy. Dark Tenave. D-Mag again. Diablo Mozart. Captain Killer Guns. We got Hanny. We got the Internet Peasant. We got Sony Lisette. We got A Kickin' Danitz. We got Oliver Adam. We got Monkey Man 04. Blue Octopus is screaming at the top of her lungs. She says, type shit back, huh? We got Ron DFK says he moved into his new apartment. Let's fucking go, Ron! Shout out to Ron DFK. Nice job on that. We got a Flow State Jewel gift from Alucard. Thank you, Alucard. Ron, congratulations on moving into your new apartment. That's awesome, brother. That is awesome. Fucking love to hear the success of the Bigot Army. It's a beautiful thing. Good job. We got Secret Final Boss. We got Demon Carol. Pizza is in the oven. Hashtag no pineapple. By the way, guys, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. 10 out of 10 video game. Because inside of the game, Al Ghul says, he says, You're gonna do bad things like putting pineapple on pizza. Yes, that's right, boys. That's right. They felted pineapple pizza. They felted pineapple pizza in Lego Batman. You love to see it. You love to. It's a beautiful thing. Mr. Melancholy, what's going on, brother? One Dirty Bird, what's going on, man? We got Hanny. What's going on, Hanny?
Hashtag Bayonetta.
Oh, shit. Hashtag Bayonetta. All right. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'll let that count because the sound doesn't count as a word. It's the voice, you know, you're changing the voice. Okay, hashtag Bayonetta, that counts. Fine, no problem. What else we got? We got Christopher Lloyd. We got Lucky Boy, Dark Today. We got Sam Fisher, Monkey Man 04. We got, who else is here? Creators of Freedom. What's going on, man? Striker, X31. We got, who else? Let me see. Let me scroll down. Yamato85. Asking Sonya to marry him. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, boys. We got Deidre Connick, the legend. We got Master Lee Zulu. What's going on, brother? T-Jap Steve is in the chat as well. We got, let me scroll down. Taffy. We got Felstaff, Old Man Cad. We got Old Gamer 5569. Who else we got? Alucard. We got Melody Johnson. We got the Beard Codes. What's going on, Beard Codes? Tanya motherfucking Raven says, I am not here. You are here. She has spoken. All right, 4 more people. Let's go. Then we got to get on with the show, man. Oh, my God. Rumble's going crazy right now. Rumble's going crazy with Super Chats right now. What the fuck is going on, man? We got Michelle Carajo over on Rumble. We got Crash Collins over on Rumble. We got Democulus over on Rumble. Diet Spam over on Rumble. Fluffy. Murder Machine over on Rumble. Kurakami over on Rumble as well. What's going on, man? We got, who else is here? Let me scroll down. Dietrich Koenig over on Rumble. Let me see. Viovis over on Rumble. And let me see. Any other names before? Sargon over on Rumble. What's going on, dude? And last but not least, we got Griffin of Might over on Rumble. We got Raza over on Rumble as well. And we got, let's see, is there a new name anywhere? We got Genetic Spore on Rumble. We got USMC over on Rumble. And, we got Matthew over on YouTube saying, hello, please. All right, boys, listen, sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. It's a Tuesday, boys. Sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member, and let's see who is going to get the Tuesday final call-out money shot today before we get on with the show and do our membership train. Boys, we got Mr. Melancholy saying to go down, booty hole protected by the power of Yoriichi. No Uno Reverse, no Mondays, no Scampus, no Brie Larson. Wait, what? No Brie Larson. No cream cheese. Ew. Times 7. You like mixtape and zesty sauce. That is nasty, brother. That is, like, why would you say cream cheese right after Brie Larson's feet? What's wrong with you? So that goes to Felstef, Mr. Cougar 9, Dark Today, Monkey Man 04, Time Bound Howler, Monkey Man, and then Hanny, which says sends the next retard down by 5 to the Goonbag and sit through DSP eating mozzarella while watching Kata grunt over Brie Larson's feet. And what is the obsession? Why is everybody talking about Brie Larson's feet today? What is going on? That is worse than yesterday. Well, we were getting constant claps in the chat. Everybody was fucking clapping cheeks in the chat yesterday. This is worse. Why are we talking about her feet? My God. All right, we're going down by 5. That goes to, let's see, Scampus, Tuku Curry, Handy, Monkey Man 04, and, of course, Melody fucking Johnson. Melody Johnson literally says, my booty hole is ready, brother. Oh, my God, man. Why is this?
Hashtag Bayonetta.
Why is she like
Mommy
this?
told me I'm a good boy.
Mommy told you you're a good boy. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That is dirty. Guys, first off, why is Melody Johnson spread eagle for her booty? Like, what is going on? You're supposed to fight it. I keep saying I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to something nasty. Nobody's going to like it when I change it. I'm going to change it from the money shot to something else. You guys want it too bad.
What the?
Guys, like the stream.
Hashtag Bayonetta, she's such a straight icon.
She is. She's well, actually, according to the internet, she's an LGBTQ queen, supposedly. And then they got felted by the creator, and they haven't been happy ever since. The creators told them, hey, no, actually, she's very straight. Oh, actually, he said it in a lot meaner way, but you know what I'm saying. All right, guys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. All right, guys, you guys know I'm the first one to admit when I am wrong on something. And ladies and gentlemen, I was wrong. And I'm so happy to be wrong on this. Boys, today we saw the news, and me and like Atreus, everybody, we were all talking about, we were shocked. We were shocked. Shocked, boys. All right. Guys, Lords of the Fallen 2. Remember how we theorized a couple of months ago that when they were raising capital, they were trying to raise like $27 million in capital. We were theorizing that they're probably trying to buy out their exclusivity from Epic Games in order to release their game everywhere. Well, come to find out, That's exactly what happened.
Hypno, you seem very happy today. I wonder why.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy because I'm a massive Lords of the Fallen fan. And I was extremely fucking upset. You guys know, I was very upset about them going exclusive with Epic Games. You know, I was very upset. Well, come to find out, ladies and gentlemen, they have completely dropped Epic Games from exclusivity. They bought themselves out of exclusivity, and they are going to be releasing their game everywhere, including Steam, on day one. Yes, I got my fucking wish, boys. Lords of the Fallen 2 is coming to Steam on day one. We are going to go over the entire situation. We got the statement from Marek and everything. You guys know, man. Listen, I've been saying Lords of the Fallen looks good, but I'm not buying that shit if it's on Epic Games. I made it very clear. And they managed to buy themselves out. So, needless to say, I'm very fucking happy to be wrong on that particular situation. Extremely happy, to be honest with you. I'm going to buy that shit day one. Immediately. So, anyway, we'll talk about that. Because I think it's pretty funny because Epic Games got completely felted in that regard. Now, granted, they got paid for it, so whatever. But still, it's like nobody wants to be exclusive to Epic Games. They essentially utilize Epic Games like a cheap hooker. They utilize them to fund the game, help make the game, and then they bought themselves out of exclusivity to release the game everywhere. It's amazing. It is amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to stream that either, Dragon. I cannot wait, my guy. Subnautica 2. We got to talk about Subnautica 2, boys. It's not looking good, man. There's a lot of drama. A lot of drama around this game. I don't really know what's going on, but there's a lot of drama around this game. And not only that, we got to go over the EULA. Because the EULA's got some egregious shit in there. Now, good thing I waited to report on this because now the developers from Subnautica have responded to the EULA complaints that people are having and specifically talked about streamers streaming the game and whatnot. So anyway, we're going to talk about it because there's a lot of weird shit in the EULA. So we got to go over that.
Hashtag Sniper Wolf.
ハッピーチューズデイトゥーヒクノ&チャット。エイデーフェアヒクノアドミッツ HE ライクススカンパス&パイナップルキザ。Let's go.
You know, I look forward to the day where 02 is not lying about what I like. I look forward to the day because she always starts off good, right? She always starts off good and then she ends it with, yeah, he likes scampuses and pineapple pizza or whatever. Like, no, that's not true. Stop lying. Anyway. Deidre Connor, thank you for the 5, you crazy bastard. Guys, so we got to talk about that. We got to talk about Forza Horizon 6. It's officially released. The numbers are insane. We're almost at 300,000 on Steam by itself, and it's a Tuesday. It's a fucking Tuesday. It's not even the weekend, boys. So we got to talk about that as well. We got to go over... there was a post here. Let me see. Where is it at? There was a post here, an article talking about Slay the Spire, about the review bombs and how it affected the game. Newsflash, it didn't affect the game at all. We also got Hasbro apparently canceling a Dungeons & Dragons game from the God of War and Star Wars Jedi veteran after seeing the early concept and thinking that it was just basically that bad. So we got to talk about that because holy shit, boys. I love seeing them get felted like that. And I also got a follow-up story on the Sea of Thieves situation. Do you guys remember the pedo, like, Sea of Thieves situation? Remember I said that more information was going to come out? It's only a matter of time. Well, that's exactly what happened. We got a lot more information that I want to go over because it's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. It does not make Rare look very good, to be honest with you. So we're going to talk about that. Nintendo is getting sued again. We're going to talk about that because it's fucking hilarious. And they also have a brand new video game that apparently they are working on as well.
As well done steak end with Coca-Cola.
What? Well done steak, but come on, bro. Stop talking about eating wood. Stop talking about eating wood, bro. Stop. Nobody likes well done steak. Well done steak is only enjoyed by people that like Mondays. All right? It's a proven scientific fact. Don't argue with me. It's true. All right. Thank you, Adair Sultan, for the 2. We're going to talk about their new video game called Picto-Nico. Did you guys hear about this new video game, Picto-Nico, from Nintendo? That's a video game that I'm telling you right now, do not let your kids play. Do not let your kids play that game and start uploading all their pictures and shit. It is, bro, this is a video game that I promise you is going to be utilized to sell all kinds of fucking data. All kinds of data, I guarantee. Even if they tell you it's not, I promise you it will.
98 celebrates 19 months of membership.
Hail all bigots and by Hypnotics coach.
I do not have coffee. I do not sell coffee. I do not. Oh my God, man. Jesus Christ. Everybody's asking in chat right now. Thank you for the 19 months, by the way, Xavier. Everybody's asking in chat right now. They're like, what do you mean? What game is this? Picto-Nico. So Picto-Nico is the new mobile game that apparently Nintendo has created that allows you to turn your pictures into a mini game. So you're going to have all these people uploading their pictures to this database with Nintendo. And I guarantee you that shit is going to be utilized to harvest data, let's just say. It is bad. It's not, I'm telling you, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's basically like what happened. Remember what happened with Pokemon Go? Where they admitted they harvested so much data that they were able to build an entire fucking map that they now utilize AI robots to deliver packages with and shit. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Anyway, we're gonna talk. We'll talk about it. We'll look at the video. All right, guys, and that's basically it, guys. We got a lot we got to talk about today. But before we do that, boys, we got to do a membership train.
Bayonetta.
Another
Forza
Bayonetta.
has over 250K on Steam, yet I'm too stupid to play it. I'm too worried I may enjoy it. It's too kino for me.
Why does that sound so much like DSP? That is actually insane.
02, play mixtape Hypno, only I-chan make it fun.
Yamato, you have to do 5 or higher for that to work. Thank you for the 2. Tiny Raby, thank you for the 5. That's actually pretty funny with the Forza stuff. Guys, listen, we need to do membership train. Let me heart those super chats. We need to do membership train, guys. It's a Tuesday. We are exiting Monday and going into the better days of the week, which means you got to get on the train.
Hashtag
Now's the time.
Wolf. From Foxhound.
Let's go.
I feel Fox alive.
Yo, there's a lot of super chats for both waifus right now. This is interesting. I'm curious how this battle's gonna go today. Guys, let's get on the train, man. Let's hype it up. Let's everybody wake up. Grab your Pepsis. If you have Coke, don't get on this train. Your booty hole is not gonna be safe. Don't get on this train. Get on the membership. Ron DFK, what did you send? A high five? I'm with it. Thank you for the high five, Ron DFK. Get on the train. Spam the train emojis. Let's light this shit up green everywhere. Kicking Donuts has already started, bro. He's already started.
Gentlemen, all aboard
He's already started.
the membership train.
He's already starting. DJ Conic with the membership over on Rumble.
Rushing down the frame.
A Kicking Donuts with the membership over on YouTube. Thank you.
I see the counter climbing. Tick, tick, tick. Every ping's a promise.
Let's get those train emojis out of the chat. King Demon Wing with 5 memberships over on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Dexter Bell with the membership over on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Crash Collins with the membership over on Rumble. Thank you. Demon Carol with the membership over on YouTube. Thank you. Democulus with the membership over on Rumble. Thank you. All right, boys. Membership train is over. We're getting into the pre-stream legends. We got to call out some of these memberships specifically. The super chats have been getting read all night, but we'll thank them again, boys. Listen, starting us off, King Demon Wing. This guy, man, this guy is amazing. I mean, what do you even say? This is why he has his own emoji. Spam the King Demon Wing emoji in the chat right now, boys. He started us off with a 5-membership banger.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
And considering that's the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Shout out to King motherfucking Dinwin with the 5 memberships. I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much. And then we got
Jason
Lockwire.
Alatorre 50 celebrates 26 months of membership.
Oh no.
I make gravy better than gaming.
No.
Slow clap. 2. Oak chat. I need $5 for the vest or I will end the stream early. Sue.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. You know, I think the DSP voice was a mistake, especially in combination with the
Hashtag Bayonetta.
with the clap sound.
If a game doesn't have BBW or WWE, it's not for me.
BBWs? Bro.
Hashtag Sniper Wolf.
What the
People call mercenaries
shit.
like us dogs of war.
Oh shit.
But you're different.
Okay.
You are a Wolf.
Okay. Oh. Damn.
Boom. Headshot.
Oh shit.
Hashtag
I like that.
Bayonetta.
I like that.
I love tall women. They
Oh,
just do
shit.
something to me. I can't
Oh,
describe.
chat, we're on it now.
Epic is that nasty, sleazy looking creep in the corner. Eat it, Epic.
Oh my God, we're on it now, boys. We are on it now, boys. That made me feel a lot better after whatever the fuck that DSP's chat was. Holy
Why do you
shit.
disdain Mondays so much? Did it fickle your no-no square? I
Yes.
thought you like your no-no square fickle by Black Clover.
It fickled by no square. It's not allowed to do that. It's not allowed to do that. Thank you so much, Days, for the 5. Mr. Melancholy with the 5. I appreciate that, you crazy bastards, man. Nick Havoc with the 5. Fire 4 with the 5. And then Jason Alator, 26 months of legendary status. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. Let me like those. Give me some hearts right there real quick. All right, let's continue going through. Lockwire. Lockwire dropped 5 memberships on the chat.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to Lockwire. Thank you so much for the 5 memberships. I appreciate you, my man. Taffy with the 7 months. I appreciate that. And 16 motherfucking bit dude with 11 months. Thank you, sir, so much. I appreciate that. Satsuna with the 2. Thank you. A vote for Bayonetta. Then we got Xavier with the 5. A vote for Bayonetta. Chai T with a 5 for a vote for Bayonetta. And then Mrs. Spanglish with a 2 voting for Bayonetta. Gray Soul with the 2 voted for Bayonetta. Adair Soto, thank you for the 2. Draconic voted for Sniper Wolf, of course. Adair Soto, thank you for the 2. Draconic with the 5. Thank you, sir. Xavier, 19 months. Are we at tier 2? Are we seriously at tier 2? Oh my God, Jesus Christ. I'm not even done reading all the fucking stuff, man. Holy shit. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Hashtag Bayonetta.
Let's keep this going.
What?
You woo.
Brother, did you time that? Did you time that? I can't even enjoy a Doom song without getting fucking clapped, bro. Did you time? We're at tier 2, guys. We're at tier 2. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I can't even. King Demon says, what is the tier 1 and tier 2 streak did we reach? We hit, I'll tell you right now, we hit officially 658 tier 1s in a row and 330. I'm sorry, 659 tier 1s in a row and 335 tier 2s in a row, boys. That's what we hit. That's what we hit. Fucking Bio T-Wolf. I can't believe he did that. What a crazy bastard. Xavier, 19 months. Thank you, brother. Tanya Raven, thank you for the 5. A vote for Bayonetta. We got Yamato for the 2. Thank you so much. We got Dragon with a 2. A vote for Sniper Wolf. I appreciate that. And then the Kicking Donuts with the membership. Thank you, sir. And then we got King motherfucking Demon Wing with another 5 memberships.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Fourth Wall Guy says, don't blame chat. You brought TTS today. I know. I think the worst thing that I did was doing the DSP voice and still allowing clapping. I should just have one or the other. I should just have one or the other. I shouldn't have both. Both is just too much. It's too much. It's too much chaos, man. Dexter Bell with a membership. Thank you so much, Dexter. I appreciate that, man. Demon Carol with the membership. Thank you, Demon Carol. I appreciate that. And then this I saw come in at the last second. Mr. fucking Rouge.
Holy shit.
Mr. fucking Rouge. Boys, light this shit up for Mr. Rouge, man. Spam the Mr. Rouge emojis. This man came back with a vengeance. Mr. Rouge dropped a 50 membership gigabanger.
We have ourselves a red boy. Hyper banger!
It's a red boy hyper banger.
Just because I know Mr. Rouge is going to give Old Man Cad what he wants.
The funny thing is I did not time that. YouTube is lagging on me right now.
What the fuck was that? It said moi. That's crazy. man. Hey. Real quick, you guys are sending a ton of jewels. I don't know what the fuck those things do, but thank you, Vice Admiral Deku. 800 jewels, I appreciate that. We got a gold coin from Dark to Knave and Repentant Dr. Contra, 1,000 jewels. I don't know what that does, but I'm appreciated anyway. Thank you so much. Bounty Wolf, you guys are getting way too good at this. You guys are getting way too good at timing this TTS shit, man. You're getting way too fucking good at it. I don't know where you've been practicing, but you're way too good at it. Listen, man. Mr. Rouge, absolute fucking legend. 50 fucking memberships, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Absolutely insane in all of the best ways. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. In terms of any other memberships, I think
How's
that
my favorite handsome boss man?
Oh shit.
I have a present for you.
Oh shit. Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go. There we go. That's so much better. That is so much better for the psyche than hearing fucking DSP or Zesty or whatever the shit. That is so much better. Thank you. Thank you, Alucard. I appreciate that. Oh my god, y'all are insane, bro. I'm gonna heart that one. Thank you, Mr. Rouge. Again, thank you for the 50 memberships, man. That's crazy. All right, boys, let's go over to Rumble, man. Rumble's been going crazy, man. It's not just YouTube. Rumble's going crazy. Listen, we got Life Ferret for $4. Says respects to the Lord of the Fallen 2 devs on canceling the Epic exclusive deal. Screw Subnautica 2 devs and Krafton and Deep Rock Galactic Rogue Core releases tomorrow. Does it actually release tomorrow? Man, there's so much DLC coming out for a lot of good video games right now. Like Marvel Cosmic, what the fuck is that shit called? It just came out with a DLC for, I think, Cyclops and some other characters.
I'm late. Sorry, boss.
Cheap Danier with a 10. What's going on, brother? Thank you so much, man. It's okay if you're late. You're here now. That's all that matters. That is all that matters, man. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of good DLC coming out for a lot of video games, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Try my best to keep up, man. King Dimwing said something about changing up his clips because of what I picked. I think he said gingers or fairies or something like that. Gingers or fairies. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, Cosmic Invasion. There you go. That's the one. Cosmic Invasion. Cheap Danier, 5 memberships over on YouTube.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
What the fuck was that?
Hashtag Sniper Wolf.
What the fuck?
Testing this for you. Fast_clap. Fast clap. Slow_clap.
What? You know, there's something wrong with you guys. I don't know what it is. There's something wrong with you guys. First, you got Chewbacca saying like and subscribe, which I appreciate. And then you got Mervoth fucking up every single one, but still managing to get one at the end. I don't know what it is. Boys, we have a Wookiee? Yeah, clearly. Lifer, thank you for the 4. And I agree. We're going to talk about it. And then we got King motherfucking Demon Wing with a $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger.
We have ourselves a Red Boy Hyper Banger!
That's $100 for Bayonetta.
Bring the ladies in!
Why is there a Wookiee right now?
Slow underscore clap. Slow underscore clap.
Do you feel better?
Hashtag Bayonetta is
What?
better than Catwoman.
What? But even with Batman? Brother, even with Batman, seriously? I got a Wookiee. I got Batman. What the fuck is going on here? You even have newbies who've never been here asking what the fuck are they watching? They don't even know what's happening right now, but they can't look away. They can't look away. I don't even know what's happening right now. Jesus Christ, we're scaring away all the new people. They don't know what they're watching. Holy shit, guys. What the fuck?
Lol, this chat is wild tonight.
You
Rolling
think?
on the floor laughing emoji.
Thank you for the
smiley
2
face
Archangelus.
emoji.
Adair Soto, I think you're obsessed with Chewbacca.
Hey, handsome boss man, I have a present for you.
Brother. I give up. I give up. I give up. What? Bruh.
Hashtag Bayonetta.
Oh my god.
Put the Asians back on. I'm almost done.
You're almost what?
Slow underscore Vlap.
Did you have to really tell me that you're almost done in the Deadpool voice? Oh my god, bro. What is happening? You guys were supposed to behave. You realize that, right? You're not supposed to be going this crazy. You're not supposed to be going this crazy. The fuck is
This
wrong
chat
with...
is great. LOL.
I will admit the chat is great, but right now the chat is going insane. I'm trying to get through Rumble super chats, and YouTube's out here like, hey, by the way, clap, clap, clap. Fucking crazy bastards, man. King Dimmy with the $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger. He says for Bayonetta, I'll be nice and give old man cat Asians, but then he switched it to fairies because, well, Mr. Rouge already gave him Asians. So there you go. King Dimmy, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Crash Collins with a $20 banger for hashtag Bayonetta. That's a lot of votes for Bayonetta right now. A lot of votes right now. Sent to the Shadow with $1 for hashtag Bayonetta. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then we got Alucard with a 2. Praise the Lord to the fallen Hypno. How's my favorite handsome boss man? Your warm buns are ready for you. And then obviously you try to slow clap over on Rumble, but it doesn't work on Rumble. Thank you for the 2. DJ Connick with the membership. Thank you, sir. Crash Collins with the membership. Thank you. Democulus with the membership. Thank you. And an Alucard with a 5, trying again over on Rumble for $5 and type the same exact thing, except it doesn't work on Rumble. I don't know why he doesn't realize that. I don't know why. All right, guys. Are we fully caught up finally? I gotta heart all these fucking super chats, man. That way I know exactly where I left off. I can't believe I have to heart these fucking rape super chats, literally. Fucking literally, bro.
Seppo, oh my Hypno, forgive my friend from Chewbacca. He just super excited to meet you.
Did you mess up C-3PO? Oh no, Adair Soto. Did you mess up C-3PO? Do jewels count on the waifu battle? No, they don't. They don't. All right, guys, here's the current standing right now. We got Sniper Wolf at $17 versus Bayonetta at $152, ladies and gentlemen. God damn, boys. God damn. Listen, I understand it's Bayonetta. I totally get it. But come on, man. Sniper Wolf, she's gorgeous, man. She's gorgeous. Like, what are we doing? Pack it up. You giving up on her already? Easy win? Oh, come on, bro. She doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve that, man. Come on. Come on. Sniper Wolf does not deserve that, bro.
Hashtag Sniper Wolf.
There you go.
I learned koi swim in groups of 4.
There you go.
If attack join ABC, swim
All
away,
right, all
leaving
right.
behind decoy.
Oh. Oh, shit. That is my favorite voice. I will never deny a super chat in that voice. I will never deny a super chat in that voice, boys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whoever made that voice, great job. Great job. All right, guys, listen. Let's get into the content before these people go crazy, man, and start trying to fucking felt us with some more some more ridiculous fucking super chats. Let's talk about. Remember last time? I know. Don't underestimate Sniper Wolf. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's not remind them though. You never know. We might get somebody who wants to vote for Sniper Wolf. You never know. King Dimmonwing says, I don't know Sniper Wolf or what game she's from. I at least know Bayonetta. Sniper Wolf is from Metal Gear Solid. You don't know Sniper Wolf from Metal Gear Solid? Really? You never played Metal Gear Solid? Shit. That's crazy. Guys, we got to talk about this new Nintendo video game. All right. Actually, I'm going to pause the TTS for this one just because I want to make sure people hear about this game. So, I saw this video game get spread around on Twitter. And at first, I was like, what the hell is this, right? Like, what is Picto-Nico or some shit like that? That's what the game is called. The game is called Picto-Nico. Nintendo announces Picto-Nico, a new mobile game that turns your photos into mini games. Now, you know, unfortunately with these kind of video games, what ends up happening is people kind of let their guard down and they think, oh, it's not a big deal. It's just, you know, it's taking your photos, something you do every day, and it's, you know, it's turning it into mini games. I got to be honest with you, this sounds like a terrible idea. And it's only because of the world we live in now where we have seen examples of video games do something similar to this and then come to find out they're harvesting like all kinds of data from you. They're utilizing you to essentially train their AIs or whatever the case would be. I mean, the amount it's extremely suspicious, especially since it's Nintendo. So what does that mean, right? Since it's Nintendo, you already know what that means. Who's going to be using it? A lot of kids are going to be using it, right? A lot of kids are going to be using this program and playing this video game, and it's going to be a major problem. If it was only adults utilizing this program, then I would say whatever. But it's not going to be. It's going to be children who are going to be utilizing this and playing around with it and all that stuff, right? Grado says, wait, didn't they do this with a DS? They did, but there was no data harvesting or AI programs back then, so it really didn't matter. Now we live in a totally different world where this kind of stuff can lead to some really bad things. What happens if whatever database they store this information on, what happens if it gets hacked, right? What happens if your kids are uploading all their pictures to, you know, this particular app, and next thing you know, their face and everything is being utilized for all different kinds of things. I don't know. I'm just a little weirded out by it personally. But we're gonna go over it and we're gonna check this out. Let's see. They did this with Pokemon Go. I know they did, which is why I'm weirded out on it, because we know what they did with Pokemon Go. They revealed that Pokemon Go was utilized to essentially train a GPS, basically, where people were, you know, utilizing Pokemon Go as a video game, but they didn't realize they were training a massive GPS system that is now being utilized by AI robots to do delivery services. It's actually kind of crazy. So considering that they did it with Pokemon Go and they utilized information and harvested data and all that stuff, I have a bad feeling about this. Let's just say that, you know? Anyway, so this game's called Picto-Nico. And I don't know, it's supposed to be coming out later this month. Supposedly it's a mobile game, which means since it's a mobile game, it's gonna reach fucking millions of people. Okay, it's gonna reach an ungodly amount of people, this game. It's available on iOS and Android May 28th. It's available to pre-order. Are they selling it? The game will be a free download, which makes a small selection of minigames available on a demo basis. After that, players will have to buy the rest of the minigames, which are sold in volumes. Volume 1 will cost $5.99, and Volume 2 will cost $7.99. Jesus Christ, man. Nintendo is they know how to milk people for money. Let's check this out. Here we go.
Picto-Nico!
I like how every time they advertise video games like this, they always advertise it with adults, right? Because they're not stupid, right? Like they'll advertise it with like college kids, you know, like they're not kids, but you know what I mean, like 20, 21, 22-year-olds, whatever. But we all fucking know that that's not going to be the main people utilizing this game and this program. We know that the main people utilizing this game and this program are going to be under 18 years old, pretty much guaranteed. Right? So I don't know. I just find it funny because it's clear that they'll misrepresent it to try to make it seem like it's something else, but realistically, we already know it's going to be used by much younger people. But anyway. Yeah, Nintendo's going to have full access to your entire library. Look at this. It's going to have full access to your entire library. So all those titty pics that you have in your phone and all those dick pictures that you be taking, yeah, Nintendo's going to see all that shit. A kicking down that says people going to try this with dick pictures for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely, they're going to try it. 100%. See, the problem is anytime you have something that's video game related that also utilizes a like pictures, people always try to do something dirty with it, right? It's always the case. There's not a single webcam service or picture service or any kind of service like that where somebody didn't try to use it for bad intentions or, dirty intentions. Pico Deco, bro, you're fucked up. You're fucked up. That's so funny. But in any case, so guys, I can't help but look at this and be like, this looks a little bit weird. Let's see if there's any information that's important. Examples of some of the mini games as described by Nintendo include Here Comes Your School's sports stars strutting down the red carpet. Your boss is hungry and needs your help. Try to wash away those embarrassing high school memories. Son won't quiet down, zip his mouth. Two old friends reconnect while skydiving. Grandpa dressed like a ballerina, can't miss his photo op. Mom's angry, but that nose hair must be plucked. Dad's making that face again. Best friend turned final boss, evasive maneuvers. That calm, collected teacher was all muscle this whole time. This game will immediately draw comparison with Nintendo's WarioWare series, which is particularly notable given that WarioWare series director Goro Abe left Nintendo in February after 27 years at the company. All I'm saying is that regardless of whatever the game may be, whether it's WarioWare or whether it's this game or another game, at the end of the day, if you're uploading your pictures to these video games, just understand that they're harvesting the shit out of every picture that you upload. Or if you give them access to your camera, they're going to have access to that, and they're going to be scanning your camera for whatever the fuck they want to scan it for. I'm sure you guys understand that, but I'm just saying, like, overall, just understand that that's what these apps are for. These apps are 100% in order to get data from you and scan and train their new AI systems or whatever the case may be. That's what it's for. While also making tons of money on you, by the way, because $7.99 is not cheap. Especially for a mobile game, $7.99 times like however millions of players, they're going to make some crazy money off this. Tanya says PDFs will have a field day with this. Parents beware. Well, that's what I'm worried about. That's why I'm like, I don't like the way they advertise it because they advertise it with adults, but we all know it's not adults that are going to be utilizing this in a mass amount. It's going to be kids. It's going to be younger people for sure. Announcing his decision, Abe suggested that his departure from Nintendo wasn't on bad terms, adding, moving forward as a fan, I'm excited to see what the future holds for Nintendo, including the WarioWare series. Yeah, okay. I guess. Kagwana says waste of money. Yeah, it's pretty much a waste of money, but I mean, Nintendo people are going to buy it just because it has Nintendo on it. All they got to do is just put the Nintendo label on it and people will buy it just because of that. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. Hypno will stream it? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely. Absolutely not. Wally Dangerous says they're always watching and listening. That's true. They are always watching and listening. They can't wait for the next opportunity to take your money. Absolutely. All right, boys, let me get out of this. Let's catch up on Rumble Super Chats because Rumble complains if you skip over them for longer than like 5 minutes. Deadeye's locked with it too. Hashtag Sniper Wolf and not the child predator. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Deadeye's locked with a 5 for hashtag Bayonetta. Thank you. I appreciate that. Toronto with a 5. Alucard Hypno is the only voice that works on Rumble. No sound effects and the AI likes to talk back a lot. You might be right on that. You might be right on that. Thank you for the 5. Grim Harvest says, I think it will most likely be high school teens using it. It doesn't matter. Like high school teens, junior high school, it doesn't matter. Like it's going to be people under 18 that are going to be utilizing it, guaranteed. So it immediately makes it one of those, like, you want to call it a security problem or whatever, you could call it that, or a privacy concern, you could call it that. And I know people are going to say, well, it's up to the parents, and that's true. But still, like, these companies know that parents are lazy, and they sometimes take advantage of that by introducing what is seemingly something that is innocent, right? They try to make it seem as innocent as possible. But realistically, these fucking apps do way more than what they're trying to portray themselves as. You know? So, Torno with $1, Nintendo would totally map out who your friends and family are. Imagine walking down the street and being greeted by robots that know you're a whale for furry games. Oh, no. That would be crazy, bro. That would be crazy. Before you know, we start getting advertisement for, like, furry stuff. Like, hey, we noticed you like buying furry games on our Nintendo eStore, so we're going to send you and your mom some advertisements for Furry Gangbangers Part 3 or something like that, you know? All right, let me resume the TTS for YouTube really quick. If anything came in, let's see. What do we got? I think Chai T came in with a 10-banger. Let's go, Chai T. What you got? Is it going to say it? Is it going to say it? It might not say it. It might not say it. I don't know why it's not saying it. Or perhaps you freaked out.
Never gonna give you up.
Oh, shit.
Never gonna let you down.
Oh, shit.
Never gonna run around and desert you.
Yes.
Never gonna make you cry.
Don't do it.
Never gonna say goodbye.
Don't say goodbye.
Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Era, tilde.
Era? Oh, you fucked it up. No. You fucked it up. No. You sounded retarded at the end. No, I was with it until that point. I was with it till that point, man. She said era. Yeah, era. You had an error, all right. You had a short circuit. You ruined it. No, man. Oh, god damn, man. You can't. We can't just have one moment of like perfection. I swear to God, bro. It's never works out that way, bro. Hypno almost finished. Almost. We were almost there. Boys. All right, let's continue. Guys, Nintendo's getting sued again. I know. I'm not gonna turn off TTS for this one, because fuck Nintendo. They're getting sued. They're getting sued again, boys. They are getting sued again. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company hit with a Did you fart? The fuck was that? Was that Chewbacca? That was Chewbacca again? You sound like you fucking farted, bro. What the fuck was that? That's crazy. There's something. Thank you for the 5. Guys, Nintendo's getting sued again. Now, here's the interesting thing about all this, right? Because Nintendo, I think in the last 6 months, has been hit with at least, I want to say like 4 or 5 lawsuits. At least. Which is kind of amazing and kind of karmic, considering that Nintendo loves lawfare, right? I'm sure. Listen, I'm not saying they're worried about anything or whatever. They're not. But what I'm just saying is, like, I find it pretty comedic that they actually are being sued by so many different people, so many different groups, almost all at the same time. It's pretty amazing because they are the ones that usually do that to others. So I just find it to be pretty interesting. Now, this is actually happening at the same time that I don't have the story up, but I remember from yesterday. Keep in mind, Nintendo tried to file more patents for the Power World lawsuit that's still going on, and they got denied again. So Nintendo's not doing too well on the legal aspect. They're getting felted by quite a few different avenues, and you love to see it. But this one in particular is from just a 34-year-old man, and this one's interesting because apparently it has to do with him not getting professor status. I didn't even know that was a thing. Nintendo is certainly no stranger to the courtroom. Nintendo has been sued on numerous occasions, but Nintendo isn't shy about filing lawsuits themselves. The most well-known recent example is obviously with the Power World situation, of course. Now Nintendo is being sued yet again from an Iowan called Kyle Owens, who is filing a lawsuit against the company, as well as the Pokemon Company International. As reported by KCRG, Owens was denied Pokemon professor status by the companies and is seeking $341,000 in damages and the Pokemon professor certification. Owens had applied to become a Pokemon professor in 2024, which requires taking an exam and passing a background check. The background check found a pending arrest warrant from another state for failing to appear in court on misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct by engaging in fighting, possessing, or repairing or selling an offensive weapon, and criminal mischief through damage to property. the Pokemon Company ultimately denied Owens access to the Pokemon Professor program after the background check, and the 100% that he allegedly earned on the initial exam was changed to 80%. KCRG reported that in the lawsuit, Owens claimed that he was initially denied because of an old low-level felony that was more than 10 years old, but that the Pokemon Company later changed its rationale to point to the 3 misdemeanor charges that do not show guilty findings. So he said, I didn't even know you could be, listen, I didn't know you could become a Pokemon professor. That's fucking news to me. I had no idea about that. I kind of want to apply. I want to be a Pokemon professor and then, like, just raise evil Pokemon. No, seriously, I didn't know you could be a Pokemon professor. That's pretty insane. Some Pokemon fans may be wondering exactly what a Pokemon professor is. Named after the professor characters in the video games and anime, a Pokemon professor is able to work as assistants, judges, and ambassadors through the Play Pokemon program. They have exclusive access to the Professor Store and are invited to competitive Pokemon events. A Pokemon professor can also potentially host official competitive Pokemon events themselves. Owens' inability to do these things is why the lawsuit states that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company denying him Pokemon professor status reduces competition and consumer access by eliminating a qualified Iowa-based event host from the official organized play system. Well, that's going to be interesting. I mean, how are you going to get around that though? Because if you have a criminal past, or to be fair, if you have a whole bunch of accusations that you were found now guilty on, at the end of the day, just having something accused is enough for these companies to say they don't want to do it. They don't want to deal with it, right? Because they think to themselves, okay, well, if you were accused before and you were cleared of wrongdoing, there's a chance you could be accused again. And they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with having to explain to whoever why they have a Pokemon professor that has a criminal history, or at the very least accusations that are deemed not so nice for their public image. Especially it's Pokemon, right? So they're trying to portray this whole like family-friendly, bullshit image so they can keep stealing money from people. That's really what it's about. So I don't really know what the deal is here. I don't really know if he has a lawsuit, to be honest with you here. Obviously, you can sue for anything, but again, whether or not you're going to win, I don't know about that. This one seems kind of like shaky, especially given the information that we do know. But at the time of writing, neither Nintendo nor the Pokemon Company have responded to Owens' lawsuit against them. Nintendo is typically not one to back down from a legal fight and has considerable resources at its disposal, though, and so it will definitely be interesting to see what happens and how it might impact the Pokemon Professor program moving forward. They really got to get rid of these ambassador programs, because look what's happening to Sea of Thieves right now. Their Boatswain ambassador program currently got canceled because one of them was found out to be a PDF. It's crazy, man. Like, at this point, you're putting all the... I understand it builds community and shit, but you are putting all this faith into people that will utilize your particular program for really bad things. And unfortunately, bad people ruin things for everybody else. It sucks, but that's just what it is, right? You can't have nice things in this world anymore because somebody out there wants to fucking ruin it, and for everybody else. But that seems like what's happening here. Again, I don't know if this guy is going to be able to successfully sue them or not, but at this point, I do find it a little bit interesting and karmic that Nintendo is getting this, considering they do it to everybody else. So we'll see. The dislikes went down from 4 to 1. Why do they still try? I don't understand. Why do people dislike my stream? Why? Let me rephrase. Why does one person dislike my stream from multiple accounts when I have informed these people? They don't listen. That's the problem. I've informed these people that your dislikes are not going to stick. They're not going to stick. It doesn't work. YouTube has very smart AI in that regard, and they will remove the dislikes. They know it's all coming from the same person. It's crazy, man. Was he a Boatswain? Yeah. The PDF guy was a Boatswain. Yep. So they ended up removing the Boatswain type. We're going to talk about that, actually. We'll talk about that. But anyway, yeah, so these community programs where they give you like special titles and shit, unfortunately, I think they're going to go the way of the dodo bird. I think that these companies are going to start giving them up. They're going to stop promoting them. They're going to stop trying to build community in that regard, because somebody always fucks it up, unfortunately. So that's what it is, man. What's up, Cliff? How you doing, bro? Sangwood says, I mean, anyone can get falsely accused at any time. So what loss the status just for... Wait, what? So what lose the status just for it being on paper? Well, again, Sangwood, that's the thing. I think that they know that, And it doesn't matter whether it's just an accusation or if you were found guilty. The accusation is enough for these companies to be like, yeah, no, we're done. Like, we're not even going to bother. That's just what it is. And that's why I think they're going to get rid of the status, personally. What's up, Mason Gamer? How you doing, man? What's up, Tim Grove? All right, man. Let's get into it. We got some more topics to go over. We're going to check Rumble really quick. Rumble, anything? Nope. Rumble's clear. And we're clear on YouTube. Okay, cool. Let's talk about one last fast topic that I need you guys to know about. Guys, like the stream. We got over 400 people watching on YouTube and 223 likes. I know all of you have working thumbs. Every single one of you has working thumbs. Even if some of them might be a little bigger or a little thinner, it doesn't matter. I know you could finger the shit out of that like button. Come on, boys. Finger it. Touch it. Touch it nicely. Touch it nicely. Stroke it a little bit. Come on, boys. Guys, I need you guys to know about this. It's a safety issue, okay? Check this out. Listen. You have nubs. Nubs work. Nubs work. You're in the middle of racing. Listen, pause the game. Pause the game. You can hit the like button and then keep going. Guys, there was a free game on Steam called Beyond the Dark. Okay, I never played it. I never downloaded it. But I'm letting you guys know about it in case some of you actually did, okay? A game called Beyond the Dark. Apparently, it contained malicious hidden software. How did this happen? Well, the game originally started as a game called Rodent Race. Someone hijacked the developer's account on Steam and quickly changed the name of the game, the images, and other details. This ended up tricking Steam, which does not verify updates. The malware was then hidden in a file called unityplayer.dll. The game often crashes when run, but the malware keeps operating in the background. It searches for crypto wallet extensions in Chrome, such as MetaMask, connects to a malicious server, and downloads tools to steal passwords, browser data, and cryptocurrency. Some reports say that it would also steal Roblox information. YouTuber Eric Parker discovered the malware and made a video about it. Steam then removed the game completely. If you downloaded the game or played it, delete the game immediately, run a full virus scan with updated antivirus software, change all important passwords, especially for email, browsers, and crypto accounts, check your crypto wallets for missing funds, and transfer any remaining balance to a new secure wallet, etc., etc. So, yeah, it does happen too often. If any of you guys, again, I don't think any of you probably did. However, if you did, now you know about it. You should definitely look into this and make sure that you did not accidentally play this game or download this game or whatever the case would be. This is why I'm very suspicious of a lot of games, especially a lot of troll video games or like one of those video games that are just meant to be, you know, funny. You got to be very careful with those games because it is it's becoming all too common that a lot of them get co-opted by really bad people. They try to steal money from you or, you know, just steal information from you. So just be careful with that. But that's the game. The game's called Beyond the Dark. This is what it looked like. In case you guys you want to check, the Gaming Wolf says, "What's it called again?" It's called Beyond the Dark. It's taken off from Steam. It's taken off from Steam. So I don't think you'll be able to see it in your libraries anymore or anything like that. But still, regardless, in case it jogs your memory or something like that, keep that in mind. So anything from Old Man Jenk, exactly, Demon Carol, exactly. Old Man Jank be out here sending some ridiculous shit. All right, let's X out of this. And we're going to get to one of the first major topics. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, boys. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, man. Lords of the Fallen. Let me pause the TTS so I don't get fucking clapped, literally, during the segment. Let me pause that really quick. All right, guys. I'm happy to announce that this is one of those situations where I am extremely unbelievably happy to be wrong on this. And keep in mind, guys, I've mentioned many times before, I'm a big Lords of the Fallen fan, okay? Massive Lords of the Fallen fan. I played the original Lords of the Fallen, and then I played the remake, the reboot, whatever you want to call it, of the same namesake, but obviously different game. I played both of them. And I love the Lords of the Fallen series. I absolutely love the series. It's great. My biggest issue with this video game was the fact that they were going to make Lords of the Fallen 2 exclusive to Epic Games. Okay, this has been my only criticism of the developer of the video game, of any of that. This was my only criticism of it because it was a major slap in the face. It was a major slap in the face, and I stand by that. I stand by, because you are running a social media campaign where you're trying to be for gamers, gamers first, all this stuff. You're running these social media campaigns, but then you're saying that you're exclusive to Epic Games. And then to make it worse, the CEO of Lords of the Fallen 2 also ran this entire damage control where people were confronting him about Epic Games. And he was like, oh, well, according to the numbers that I've seen, Epic Games, if a game is exclusive on Epic Games, it sells just as well as anywhere else if it's exclusive. And I'm like, brother, really? You're trying to convince us of that bullshit when it's been proven that video games that are exclusive on Epic Games are literally dead until they release on Steam and then they blow up, or they at least sell way more copies on Steam than they ever did on Epic? It's complete lies, right? So anyway, I am happy to tell you guys that something that we theorized a couple of months ago when we found out that they were trying to raise about 27 some odd million dollars in capital. They were trying to raise money, and they raised it through their shareholders through some sort of agreement. And we were theorizing what that almost $30 million could be for. And one of the theories was that they could be raising money to try to buy themselves out of exclusivity with Epic Games. Well, come to find out today that that's exactly what happened. So we're going to read his actual response, but I'm happy to tell you early on that Lords of the Fallen 2 is now going to be releasing on every platform that it possibly can, including on Steam, on day one, because they bought themselves out of their exclusivity agreement with Epic Games. So the post from the CEO, Marek, says the following. Lords of the Fallen 2 important publishing update. Independent developer CI Games today announced that it has signed a separation agreement with Epic Games Publishing. As a result, CI Games has regained full open distribution rights for the PC version of Lords of the Fallen 2, moving away from the previous PC exclusive publishing arrangement signed in June of 2024. Now, keep this in mind, guys. I find this to be kind of hilarious because what they basically did, it's kind of genius. I'm not going to lie to you. What they basically did is they used Epic Games as a hooker, like a cheap hooker. You probably thinking, oh, they made a mistake, but they actually didn't. Here's what they did, or here's what I think they did. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Here's what I think they did as I'm reading this and understanding it, because I've been checking this out all day. What they essentially did was they didn't have the money, they didn't have the funds, and they didn't have the capital to essentially create Lords of the Fallen 2 the way that they wanted to. So they ended up signing a deal with the devil. They signed a deal with Epic Games in order to get the capital and get the money to work on the game in the way that they wanted to make it. They managed to then have the game funded in the way that they needed to so that they could work on the game the way they wanted to. Then they had a plan to run a social media campaign, essentially bolstering Lords of the Fallen 1, making all these changes, doing all this gamers first stuff. They got a huge amount of sales on Lords of the Fallen 1 twice over. They ran 2 campaigns for Lords of the Fallen 1, and they raised a lot of money with the sales from that game. And they utilized that, plus raising money with shareholders to buy themselves out of Epic Games. And now they could release their game everywhere while also having goodwill from Lords of the Fallen 1, because they fixed the game and added so many things and improvements with Lords of the Fallen 1 that is now going to transfer into goodwill into Lords of the Fallen 2. Pretty interesting shit, I'm not going to lie to you. They basically utilized Epic Games as a cheap hooker to get their game made, and then they left them. Now, keep in mind, they didn't leave them completely. They're still going to release the game on Epic Games. But that's pretty freaking interesting. That's an interesting choice to get your game made in a certain way. But anyway, so let's check this out. If you look down, it says Lords of the Fallen 2 remains scheduled to launch later this year on PC via Epic Games Store and other PC storefronts, as well as PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. CI Games will self-publish the title across all platforms, while PlayOn continues as a global physical distribution partner. CI Games will continue to utilize Epic technologies, including Unreal Engine 5 and Epic Online Services, powering cross-platform play, matchmaking, friends listen, seamless shared progression co-op. So they're still working with Epic Games, at least from the standpoint of, I guess, online play or something along those lines. Like they're still working with that. So at the end of the day, they're having some level of partnership with Epic Games. They're having some level of partnership where Epic Games is going to make money from them in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure that whatever they signed off on, they probably signed off some sort of royalty or whatever the case would be. They definitely signed off on something, which is pretty cool. Now, like many in the industry, CI Games face challenging market conditions. Oh, fuck, I hate this term. I hate this term. It's such a bullshit term. Challenging market conditions. Market conditions. Everybody says market. What does market conditions mean? It means something different for everybody saying it. Literally everybody say it means something totally different. But anyway, CI Games face challenging market conditions in 2023 and 2024, and Epic Games provided significant funding and strategic support that helped ensure Lords of the Fallen 2 could fully realize its ambitions. That's exactly what I said, by the way. This partnership enabled CI Games to meaningfully expand upon community feedback from the original Lords of the Fallen, while substantially advancing the sequel across gameplay, tactical performance, world design, and online functionality. So for those of you that are in the chat, they were like, this sounds very conspiratorial. This is literally what I just told you. They utilized Epic Games to realize their vision on the second game, while they were utilizing their own resources in order to run social media campaigns to promote and fix and help the first game to garner goodwill with gamers for the eventual lack of exclusivity and releasing it everywhere. That's what I think is happening here, right? So Epic was there for CI Games exactly when we needed them most. Their support and belief in the project made a real difference, and for that we are truly grateful, according to Marek Tymiński, CEO of CI Games. Epic has been an outstanding supporter of Lords of the Fallen 2. With Unreal Engine, EOS, and the rest of Epic's world-class technologies, we're going to ship a performance game in a massive world that players can explore together across PC and console. With the new agreement now in place, Lords of the Fallen 2 will launch with open PC distribution on day one, including the Epic Games Store. Guys, that is just amazing. That is honestly incredible. I look at this again. My only criticism of this developer, of this studio, of this game was that it was going to be exclusive to Epic Games. Nobody wanted that, right? Especially since you guys ran social media campaigns promoting Lords of the Fallen 1. You were fixing it based on player feedback. You were doing all these things, and those players were buying the game on Steam. They weren't buying it on Epic Games. So how fucked up would it have been if they were buying your game after all this promotion? They bought your game, they bought into the series, only to find out that they're not going to be able to play the second one because it won't be on Steam. And most of them are not going to be going over to Epic Games to go buy the sequel. Most people are not going to do that. Like, I know people like Atreus were going to do that and shit like that, but most people were not going to do that. Right? So that was going to be a really big fuck up if they were going to go through with that. But luckily enough, they were smart enough to not do that. So, because I'll tell you right now, if Lords of the Fallen 2 was exclusive to Epic Games, that shit would have took forever to make its money back. Just like it took Alan Wake forever to make its money back, it would have took this game forever to make its money back. You know, so at this point, I think that Lords of the Fallen 2 has garnered enough goodwill that I was going to buy day one anyway if it was coming out on Steam because I have to review the game. If it was coming out on Epic day one, I was not buying it. Plain and simple. I was not buying it. I was not going to review it. I'll let like Atreus do it or whatever if he wants to do it. But since it's coming out on Steam, I'm absolutely buying it day one because I love the franchise. I think it's a great franchise. And the second game did look good. It absolutely did look good. So I'm excited for it, man. In all actuality, I mean, while we're on the subject, let's just fucking check it out. Let's check it out. Lords of the Fallen 2. For those of you that may not know or have seen any of the gameplay, let's check it out. We might as well. Here's a gameplay trailer. Fuck it. Let's do it. We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
Lamp bearer. One must travel many paths on the road to salvation. Paths through light, paths through shadow. I will walk them with you, wherever they may lead, no matter the cost.
It's a sin. Everything I've ever done, everything.
You see that 007? That's called blood. That's the thing. That's the thing that happens whenever you get hit with something in the face. Whenever you get hit with something in the fucking face. This looks right up my alley. It is. I'm telling you. When I tell you that my disappointment knew no bounds when I found out that they were going to be Epic Games exclusive, I got to tell you, man, like my disappointment was immeasurable. Immeasurable. And people were like, "Oh, you just want to hate on video." Shut the fuck up. All right, I played the Lords of the Fallen that most people don't even know about. All right, so don't fucking tell me, "Oh, I just want to hate on things." Shut the fuck up. All right, because most of the people that say that shit, they don't even know about the Lords of the Fallen that existed before the Lords of the Fallen. They don't even know about it. So I don't want to hear that shit, right? But I love this franchise. I really do. I love Lords of the Fallen. I think it's great. I didn't like the lamp mechanic too much in the second one, to be honest with you. But aside from that, it's a great series. I do like it. I really don't know why, to be honest with you. I just do. I just like it so much. Anyway, let's continue. I like what I see.
I ever do, every place I've ever been, everywhere I'm going to.
Father, forgive me.
Nice. Nice.
Wish list now.
Nice.
Lords of the Fallen version 2.5 with all new veteran mode out now.
Yeah, I never got to play 2.5. Play has no limits. That's not true. Play does have limits. 15 days. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I'm excited for this shit, man. I'm excited. I might have to jump back into Lords of the Fallen, the first game, and just kind of play through it again, especially with all the updates and shit. I never touched it with all the updates because I'm like, why would I do that? Your second game's coming on Epic Games. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. No matter how much I love the game, I'm not buying it on Epic, plain and simple. But this absolutely looks amazing. I'm excited for this. I cannot wait. And now that I know it's coming on Steam, we are gooned, boys. Straight up, we are gooned, man. We are gooned. This shit looks good. Looks real good. We'll see how it goes. Yes, Grim Harvest. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's continue, guys. I just wanted to cover that. I'm so happy about that. You have no idea. The moment, bro, I saw that at I think I saw it at 4 in the morning yesterday. I saw it at 4 in the morning and I immediately sent it to Atreus and everybody. I was like, holy shit, it is actually happening, boys. It is actually fucking happening. I lost my shit. It was amazing. All right, let me resume the TTS. I don't know if anything came in, but I'll just resume it anyway. In the meantime, let me check Rumble. Rumble's talking about market conditions and shit. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. IGN blood is too moist and red. 6 out of 10, says Tanya. Probably. No, so, can we be honest here, by the way? Can we be honest? You guys know that Lords of the Fallen 2 is going to get fucking felted by the gaming media, right? They can't stand this guy. They can't stand Marek. They fucking hate him. They absolutely hate him. They are going to ideologically review this game. 100 fucking %. It's going to get ignored at the Game Awards most likely, and it's going to get felted on every single Access Media website. They hate Marek so much. So look forward to that. Look forward to that. It's going to be a good time. If they are coping and teething, yeah, probably. Watch IGN do their bullshit. I mean, on top of the fact that it's a Souls game, you think these IGN journalists want to review a Souls game? They don't want to review a Souls game, bro. You know how it's so amazing. I think it's actually kind of funny how if you look at all the profiles of the journalists that are working at these gaming outlets, almost all of them mention being good at Souls games. But then you almost never see any of them play Souls games. Why is that? Why is that? It's because people that try to convince you that they're totally a good gamer will mention the more difficult games because it thinks it gives them some sort of validity when it doesn't. Bro, like, even the journalists tried to say they were good at Souls games, and they reviewed Black Myth Wukong, but they only reviewed the first 2 chapters of Black Myth Wukong. And they didn't even get to the end of the second chapter because they said that there was no women in the game. Meanwhile, at the end of the second chapter, there was women that showed up. So what the fuck? How does that work? It's crazy, bro. They always try to tell you they're good at Souls games. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. Anyway, all right, that's it for the Lords of the Fallen story. I'm excited for that. Like I said, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Good move from Marek. Good move from CI Games. Good move overall. You guys did the right thing. Let's talk about Subnautica 2. I'm going to pause the TTS. Hold on. Let me pause TTS. Guys, we got to talk about Subnautica, man, because even though Subnautica is doing amazing right now in terms of numbers, something bad is happening with this game. All right. We got to talk about the EULA. The EULA is being talked about nonstop to the point where they even had to respond to this. Okay. We have an article talking about the devs responding to the EULA and all the backlash is happening with Subnautica 2. All right. So with all this backlash is happening with Subnautica 2, I don't know if this is what's driving the numbers to go so far down, because the game's only been out for 5 days and it's already dropped from 467,000 to 167,000 players in a 24-hour peak. In 5 days, they lost 2/3 of their players. Now, granted, it's an early access video game. There isn't that much content. So perhaps people, maybe they burn through all the content or something like that. Who really knows? But nobody can deny that the numbers are going down very quickly. Quicker than I've ever seen. It's really not bad. I mean, I'm sorry, it's really bad. So let's go over the EULA, because people have discovered some things that are in the end user license agreement for Subnautica 2. And some of these things we've seen in other video games, and some of them not so much, right? The EULA thing is pretty insane when you combine all the things in there. But to be honest with you, it's really not that shocking to me, considering that all these companies are doing really bullshit things with their EULAs, right? So Pirate Nation posted, Subnautica 2 Steam EULA is getting a huge backlash. On first launch, players must accept a detailed end-user license agreement, and players are now worried after reading them. The agreement grants a license to play the game rather than transferring ownership. We already know that. It's pretty much like expected. It includes restrictions on streaming, taking screenshots, recordings, and certain types of content creation or monetization, often requiring disclaimers, which is interesting. The publisher retains the right to revoke the access for specific reasons, which that's pretty much like all the other EULAs. Terms may be updated unilaterally, with users expected to review changes. That happens with all EULAs. The agreement covers data collection practices involving personal and device information, which is starting to become a little bit too common, unfortunately. It addresses ownership of player-created content, modifications, and related materials, which all EULAs do. Additional clauses address liability limits, dispute resolution through arbitration only in California. So they're saying that if you decide to want to sue them, you can only sue them in California. You're only allowed to sue them in their home turf. Which is, again, like, it's amazing that these fucking companies are trying to dictate where you are allowed to sue them and where you're not allowed to sue them. It's kind of insane. It's very suspicious. They also have prohibitions on certain software tools. They don't want you to utilize a VPN. They don't want you to utilize a VPN, boys. That right there is sus as fuck. And it's because they want to harvest your data, right? They want to harvest your data. So if you utilize a VPN, it's going to fuck with the information that they have, and it's not going to allow them to be able to sell your data easily. That's really what I think that's about, but, maybe I'm wrong on that. Amongst other activities as well. The game has achieved strong reception overall, which is true. with very positive Steam reviews, which is true, and high concurrent player accounts. Unknown Worlds Entertainment has noted that it is reviewing player feedback on their EULA. Some players have requested refunds after reading the EULA, while others just say the terms are now normal with industry standards. So, again, it is normal for some of the stuff, okay? It's not normal for other things, like banning VPN usage. I haven't seen other EULAs say that very often. The arbitration thing, I've seen them say that, but I haven't seen them geo-lock it. Like, I haven't seen them say, you have to sue us in this state. I've seen them say, you can't sue us in class action. I've seen them do that. But I haven't seen them, like, geo-lock it to a certain state. So, I don't know. Listen, the EULAs are always changing. They're complete bullshit half of the time. But this backlash was so big that they had to respond to this. Look at what some of it says. Let me make this bigger so that you guys can see this. Look at this. Is the license itself restricted? From my reading, I spotted 4 major points of concern. All the content you make for the game, such as but not limited to mods, is not your property, but belongs to the company. So the mods are not even your own. Okay? You renounce your right for class action suits. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going crazy now. Additionally, you agree to obligatory arbitration as imposed first step with a specific arbitrator imposed in the license. There are 2 sections regulating data collection and privacy. While the first one isn't quite concerning, they specify they won't sell your data for a few targeted purposes, but it has enough exploitable loopholes. The second section specifies full data collection, sharing, selling, etc. And on the off-heard refrain, you do not own the game, you only license it. But again, this is something we've known for digital media for the longest time, okay? But apparently, you are going to renounce your right to sue them in a class action lawsuit. Now, Nintendo did something similar to this. 2K Games also did something similar to this, if I'm not mistaken. Very interesting stuff. Now, it's so funny. 77 in the chat says conspiracy theory. They're trying to tank their own game. It's so funny you say that because we already know that the Krafton CEO is trying to do everything they can to stop the game from selling 5 million units. But that's a whole nother story, right? Let's talk about their response. So, the Subnautica 2 devs have now weighed in on this entire situation, and they responded to the EULA concerns, and they said that they would obviously never take any action against streamers and are looking into other concerns. You can't say this, brother. You can't say, oh, obviously we're not going to actually enforce it. You can't say that. You have it in a end-user license agreement. You realize that if this were to go to the courts and some lawyer wants to utilize these words against you, this will throw out your entire EULA. This will throw it all out because they're going to be like, well, you said you're not going to enforce this, so why are you enforcing other things in your EULA? It's all gone. There's no point. Like, you guys have this in writing that people are accepting before playing your game. That is not good. So why would anybody believe you and say, well, obviously we're not going to do anything about it? Like, guys, so why did you put it in there? If you're not going to do anything about it, why'd you put it in there? Oh, to protect us. From what? You're not going to do anything about it. Anyway, let's see. If you haven't read the EULA, Subnautica 2's agreement has a few worrying highlights. As one fan noted it, that this is ranging from not allowing players to use a VPN while playing to not being allowed to go against social norms, whatever that... Wait, what? Not being allowed to go against social norms? Whatever that means. And the inability to sue the previous publisher Krafton. It's concerning to say the least. What the fuck does not going against social norms mean? The hell does that even mean? It's concerning to say the least, especially amid the all stop killing games discussions online. Folks in the comments share their frustration surrounding the EULA, dubbing it conditions and insane overreach, and even illegal in regions like Europe. While it's safe to say the developers have heard their thoughts, over on Subnautica's official Discord server, they responded directly to a player question about what the EULA means for fans' autonomy while playing and whether they'll get in trouble for streaming and the like. Unknown's reply reads, we will obviously never take action against any player playing the game, streaming it on Twitch or YouTube or in Discord to friends. You can play on Linux with Proton. We're Steam Deck verified. We have nothing that runs outside the game executable, and we have something or someone looking into the EULA. You're also welcome to mod the game as long as you follow the rules shared a while back. So why put it in there, bro? Why put it in there? Is it Unknown Worlds that did that? Is it Krafton that did that? Did Krafton sneak this in there? Are they trying to fuck with people? Like, why would you... What does that even mean? You can't go against social norms. What does that even mean, bro? It's certainly a reassuring message. No, it's not. Not at all. From a bit about streaming to the mention of no other application running in the background to potentially monitor what players are doing. On the other hand, it's also nice to hear the community is welcome to go wild in the Subnautica 2 mods, especially as the debate around killing fish and other fan requests continues. Part of me does wonder whether Krafton, the sequel's original publisher, will also respond. Players seem pleased enough with Unknown's comment. Anyway, taking to a thread on the matter to share as much as one fan puts it, that's a relief. How is that a relief? It's amazing how people would just like completely throw something away into the wind. It is not a relief until they take it out the EULA. Because they can say they'll never take action against you, but they have a EULA that says they will take action against you. So what the fuck? How is that a relief? Old Man Cat says Krafton put it in there to cut sales numbers. Same with the woke rumors. I don't know. Maybe. Blast says, so this EULA is just the same shit every other game has. The EULA is there to just save the devs' ass. That's it. See, Blast, the thing is, though, you say that, but that's not necessarily true. Because there are some things in this EULA that I haven't personally seen in any other EULA. Like the VPN ban, for example. I haven't seen that. I'm sure it's out there. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. It's not like super common. Not only that, the what do you call it? The don't go against social norms. What the fuck does that? What is that? Unless they started sneaking that into EULAs recently, I haven't seen that. Everything else though, I have seen, which is why I pointed out, like with Pirate Nation's post, what has been and what has not been, at least from what I've seen anyway. So I don't know, man. This shit seems pretty insane. Their response doesn't really give me that much. How do I put it? That much relief, like other people are saying. Personally, I think that this is ridiculous. They need to definitely. You can clearly tell that this is ridiculous because if they have someone looking at it, that means there's shit in there that the developers probably didn't even know was in there, which is probably true, right? Because let's be real, these developers, they don't make the EULA, right? The legal team makes the EULA. So they probably snuck some shit in there and the developers are like, oh, I didn't even know that was in there. They probably didn't have any, they probably had no idea, right? So I think that's fair to say. So whether or not there's any changes to the EULA, I'm sure there will be some. But probably what's going to happen is they're probably going to make it even more vague, where it's like you kind of can, you kind of can't, and they're going to keep it somewhere in the middle. I don't think they're going to completely take out like the VPN thing because they want to harvest your data. So they're going to take out the VPN thing, and I'm sorry, they're not. I don't think they're going to take that out. And the social cause, like what the fuck is that? Social norms? I have no idea. Blaz says the VPN ban is not that common unless it's a multiplayer game. And in a competitive one, honestly, I think most of the EULA was made by Krafton's legal team. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. I agree with that, Blast. I think that they 100% had their legal team obviously draft this up and make this. The developers had no idea that this was going in there because let's be real, they don't read the EULAs, right? That's what the legal team is for. And now they're probably trying to do damage control. They probably reached out like, hey, what the fuck is this? They probably called Krafton or the legal team or whoever, and they're like, we're getting roasted out here because of what you guys put in the EULA. You got to do something about this, right? They probably called up and said something along those lines. Tiger King says Krafton probably added some of these so they have more to sell to be able to the bonuses. If that causes sales to drop greatly, then it's less likely that they even have to pay the bonus. Maybe they did. Again, we could go above and beyond and say like maybe it's a conspiracy or whatever. I don't know if it's that far. I just think that it's a legal team that has been known for doing some sus shit, right? Krafton's been known after the lawsuit for doing really suspicious shit. So I'm not exactly surprised to see them sneaking a EULA that has some really weird shit in it. Like I'm not surprised whatsoever to see that. So I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening with this situation. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, and I decided I was going to talk about it today. And luckily, we did get a response from Krafton. I'm sorry, not Krafton. From Unknown Worlds, we did get a response from them at the bare minimum. Now it's up to Krafton whether they're going to respond or not, although I highly doubt that they will. So we'll see. Again, I'm not putting this on the Unknown World developers. I'm putting this on Krafton personally. That's where I'm putting this. So just so we're very clear, I don't want people to think I'm blaming Unknown Worlds for this. They're not the ones who make the EULA. It's Krafton that makes the EULA. So they're the ones that really should answer for all of this stuff. So we'll see what ends up happening. Didn't the judge order Krafton to pay the bonus regardless now? No. What they did was they ruled that Krafton had to hire the old CEO back. They had to allow him to work on the game and release the game in early access. And they have until September to hit 5 million sales, which the game has already sold over 2 million sales within a couple of days. So we'll see how it happens. But they have till September to make it happen. So we'll follow up with it and we'll see what goes on with that. Is Krafton the one that did Dead Space like-ish game? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so. I hear they also grant themselves remote access in the EULA. Yeah, well, that's one of the things we talked about. So it's crazy stuff, man. Blad says, I'm a law student. I just read documents. I just read documents like that endlessly. No, I believe you. Like I said, I'm not like, again, I put this on Krafton. I don't know if you heard that, but I put this on Krafton. I don't put this on Unknown Worlds. I think that at the very least, they obviously have to respond because they're the ones that communicate with the community on a daily basis, right? Like, it's not the Krafton Discord server. It's the Unknown Worlds Discord server, right? It's the Subnautica 2 Discord server. The community managers, they work for Unknown Worlds. They don't work for Krafton. So, but it's Krafton that did this. Is this a way to mess up sales? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I remember it was called Callisto Protocol. Were they the ones behind Callisto Protocol? Really? It was really Krafton? Let me see. Callisto Protocol. Yeah, no shit. They were the publisher. Holy shit. Look at that. This game got so fucking felted, bro. I remember watching the trailer for this game and thinking this shit looked really good. Brother, this thing's at 64% reviews, 42,000 reviews, 34 people in the game. Krafton published it. Striking Distance Studios made it. Made with Unreal Engine and Epic Online Services. This game had so much potential, and they completely dropped it. It's so bad. So fucking bad. You hated the loading screen. I still haven't played this game. I was going to play this game multiple times, and then people told me the game was so bad, so I kept pushing it off, and then I never got to it. I have to get to it eventually. It's in my backlog, but still, it's crazy. Blast says, hell, Subnautica 1 and Below Zero don't have any EULAs. This is 100% Krafton. I'm sure it is. Again, again, you don't have to convince me. I'm sure it is. Mad says, my man, tell me about Lords of the Fallen 2, please. Your title for this stream, your title for the, we already talked about it. You gotta rewind the stream, my man. Mad Fred, you gotta rewind the stream. It's all good news, brother. Go rewind the stream. It's there. Go one segment before this. It's there. It's all there, man. From the same people that made Dead Space, if I remember. I played it. I think it's okay, but it's heavy on resources, so it's hard to run. Callisto Protocol, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Unreal Engine. You enjoy Callisto Protocol for what it is? I'm going to, like I said, at some point I'm going to play this game. It's just like, it's not a priority. Like right now we're playing Lego Batman. Obviously, we're still playing Forza Horizon 6. What do you call it? I finally Platinum Dragonkin. That's awesome. So I was happy. When I say Platinum, I mean perfect on Steam, but whatever. Finally got perfect on that game, so I'm excited for that. Completed that. I'm working through a few games right now. Wait, what happened to the dude that was supposed to take over Unknown Worlds? You mean the CEO? He's working there right now. He got hired because of the lawsuit, and he has until September to, make something happen, basically. So, how's Lego Batman? I actually enjoy Lego Batman. It does have the Unreal Engine stutter, though. Once you get out of the prologue, which is like almost 2 hours long, and you get to Arkham, or you get to Gotham. I mean, once you get to the city, you experience the Unreal Engine stutter every now and then. Now, obviously, if you have a more powerful computer, you're not going to probably experience it as much, but it's definitely there, which is unfortunate. But otherwise, the game is good. The gameplay is good. The story is good. Voice acting is good so far. It's all good. It's got it's got a lot of movie references, which is great. But it is going through the story a little bit fast. But I guess that's because it's a Lego game. It's hitting a lot of different elements of the story really quickly. So there's that. No, the director of Callisto Protocol took over Unknown. Oh, got it. Okay. You can't stop playing Dead as Disco. The game is too much fun and the music is fucking fire. I heard about that game. I don't know if I have that game. Let me see. Do I have that game? Dead as Disco? I think I do. People have been talking about that game a lot. Let me see. Dead as oh, I don't have it? I don't have it? Let me see. I don't have it, I guess. Wow. Dead as Disco. Oh shit. Well, there you go. Speaking of, we did get a gifted game though. Let me check that out. Then we're gonna get into the next topic, boys. Hold on. We got 3 gifted games. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on. What do we got? Dylan B. Papa's Pizzeria Deluxe. Bro, that looks amazing, bro. That looks amazing. Squirrel says, Lego Batman, your opinion, buy, wait, or don't buy? I'd wait. I would wait. I would absolutely wait. I would wait. As much as I'm liking the game right now, first off, I don't like to give my opinion on something that I only have 2 hours in, okay? Like, when I play these games, I need to get through the games and really get an idea of whether or not, like, it's worth it. Because for me to recommend a game at full price day one, I have to really, like, be sure about it. I almost never do that. I almost never recommend a game day one full price. Last one I did was Crimson Desert and Expedition 33, I believe. So I would say wait. Not that the game is bad, but I would just say wait right now. Sevi with the raid. Shout out to Sevi. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. We were just talking about legal nonsense. Sevi, have you looked at the EULA for Craft On and Subnautica 2? You might find some interesting stuff there. I think if anybody should go through that, it should be you. It should be you. Papa's Pizzeria Deluxe. Thank you, Dylan B. I appreciate that. Top. Hey, yo, top? You gonna get topped in this game, brother? That is fucking crazy to admit to. That is crazy to admit to, bro. Holy shit. You're gonna get topped in this game. Wow. Well, there you go. Craft pizzas for Papa's Louie's loyal customers while earning tips, points, and special recipes. Thank you. I appreciate that. What else we got going on here? Dylan B again. Papa's Freezeria Deluxe. The fuck is this? Oh, so wait, so there's multiple Papa food store games. This one's what, like ice creams and shit? Bro, thank you, Dylan B. I appreciate that. Is there another one? Black Gunner Wukong? What the fuck is Black Gunner Wukong? Wukong Survivors is the TPS plus rogue game where players control Sun Wukong and his friends, sweeping through all visible enemies and rescuing their captured master. What the fuck is Black Gunner Wukong? I have never heard of this game before. That's crazy, bro. Thank you so much, Dylan B. I appreciate that, man. What a legend. Black Gunner Wukong is funny as fuck. We got Harbinger with a 989. I don't know why it's not reading it. I'm sorry, Harbinger. He says, Lords 2014 was clunky as fuck. That's true. Lords 2023 was a significant improvement, especially after the updates. Excited for Lords 2. Have you ever played Mortal Shell? And when you get Mortal Shell 2? Hashtag Bayonetta. So, for me, I'm sorry. I know this pisses off, like, Souls fans. And, like, me and Atreus, we argue all the time. I do not like Mortal Shell whatsoever. And it's crazy because I like a lot of Souls games, but I fucking hate Mortal Shell. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I know that the trailer, like for Mortal Shell 2, looked pretty okay for the most part, but I fucking hate Mortal Shell, bro. I do not like that game whatsoever. Did I turn on the TTS? I did. For some reason, it's not reading it right now. I don't know why. It probably got frozen or something. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't like Mortal Shell. I think the gameplay is like terrible. I think it's just like, I don't know, man. I know there's some people that like it, but I just don't fucking like it, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So no, I'm not gonna get Mortal Shell 2 personally. Unless I see I haven't really seen a ton of gameplay for it. So unless I see some gameplay that makes me change my mind, then maybe I'll give it another shot. But as of right now, like I'm good, bro. I'm good. I don't want to fuck with that. Personally. That's like one of the few Souls games that I'll actually say no to. What about Turtle Shell? Weenie, for Sweetie. Backbone says Hypno's not a true Souls-like player. Brother, really? You're going to put that on me? You're going to say I'm not a Souls-like player? Bro, come on. You know that's not true. You know that's not true. The new trailer for Mortal Shell 2 has plenty of gameplay. Does it actually have gameplay, really? I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll check it out tonight. Spirit World with a vibe. Subnautica 2 has no stakes, no camaraderie, or elements that make a good story. It's an interactive screensaver. Boring, loop, empty world, lazy development. Really that bad? Is it really that bad? I don't know, man. Some people really like it. But to be honest with you, that would probably explain why the numbers are going down like this. Let me refresh. Hold on. Damn. Yeah, I mean, it is dropping fast. Now, don't get me wrong. They got the money. Estimated sales 2 to 3 million sales. They got the money. So, you know, they dropped out of the top sellers list. But I mean, the numbers, they're dropping quick. So I don't know. Still good numbers. Don't get me wrong. But you lost 2/3 of your player base in 5 days. That's rough. But again, keep in mind, early access, so it's not complete, right? It's not complete. This is, I don't want to say it's normal, but it's like fairly normal for an early access game, depending on how much content's in the game, which, according to you, is not that much. So, I don't know. Tired King says, I despise Subnautica and Subnautica 2. Yo, he always says it so strongly. I despise your mom. Let's go to Rumble. Rumble, what do you got, man? What's Rumble doing? Let me see. Rumble says, Toradol with $1. You can cram a stack of things in a contract. Firstborn son, the light of the full moon, etc. doesn't make it legal or something to stand up in court. Yeah, that's true. See, a lot of people think EULAs stand up in court, but they really don't. A lot of the time, they don't. Some, like a good lawyer, gets a workaround. You know? Life with a 2. Subnautica devs have a history of wokeness. They fired the lead they fired the lead audio engineer just because he made a joke about trans people on his private Twitter account and are so anti-gun it's in the games. Yeah, but that ideology, even if it was lighter in the first game, it still existed in the first game. So people buying the second game, not realizing that anti-violence ideology was in the first game, like, what are we doing? You know, it's like the people complaining about the pronouns.
I'm so high right now. I need more support.
I'm not high. I'm moist.
Oh, my God.
Support your local businesses.
Fuck. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate the 5. I appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, TTS is working now. So there you go. Tanya fixed the TTS. Good job. What I was trying to say is that it's kind of like the Forza Horizon 6 stuff where people complained about the pronouns in Forza 6. But it's like Forza 5 had them too. So, like, you know. Like, what are we doing? Anyway. Guys, let's get into the last topic. I'm going to pause the TTS because we're going to talk about the Sea of Thieves situation, which is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, boys. It's pretty bad. Remember I said there was going to be more information that was going to come out? Well, it did. So we need to talk about it. Shit's crazy. Where is it at? Hold on. Okay. Here we go. So, we got the Sea of Thieves situation. Okay? Very uncomfortable situation going around right now. Sea of Thieves situation is really bad. Let me give you a recap as to what's going on. So, when we first talked about this, I didn't have all the information, and I obviously still don't have all the information because, you know, it's a developing situation. Okay? But apparently, just to kind of recap you, Sea of Thieves is currently getting a lot of backlash because the developers Rare are being accused of sweeping a pedophile under the rug. They're being accused of essentially knowing about the actions of one of their community members. Now, apparently, with Sea of Thieves, you can become a person with a title called Boatswain or something like that. And the Boatswain title essentially makes you a high-ranking member of the Sea of Thieves community, especially over on their Discord and stuff like that. And with that comes some privileges, comes some perks and all that, but whatever. It's not like he's an actual employee. He doesn't work for Rare, but he's still like, you know, a high-ranking member or whatever. So this person that goes by Bruno or whatever apparently got outed as a bad boy, okay? A bad boy. You could pretty much understand what I mean by that, right? So now we got something called the Bruno files, whatever the fuck that is, right? And it says, here's all that happened in the past 6 days since the Bruno files were leaked. Bruno gets revealed as a PDF to the public. The evidence of his actions are posted, along with evidence of community managers Jotaro, Christina, and Shira, all actual employees of Rare. Now, this is where it becomes a problem. This is where it becomes a big problem. Because now you have actual real employees of Rare getting involved in all of this and potentially, allegedly, sweeping it under the rug. That's where it becomes a problem. Like, initially, when it's somebody who's not actually working with Rare, I was saying the other day, I was like, I understand why people are mad. And yeah, of course, call this person out. But like, why are we trying to cancel the company for this? I didn't understand. I didn't get what was happening here. Right? So now I kind of understand what's going on, right? For the most part. Again, this is all alleged. But all employees are Rare. And moderators Tamaz and Badger are all protecting him and defending him in these actions, acting as if they are just false accusations. Again, that's not up to them to decide whether it's false or not. That's up to the police to decide whether it's false or not. But anyway, whatever. So the Discord server was put on a 6-hour cooldown, along with them mass deleting messages to silence the public from revealing information. People are mass muted and are banned out of the Discord server. Silently, Bruno gets his boatswain removed, which, by the way, if you missed our last coverage of this, they completely deleted the entire title of boatswain. This is why when I was covering the Nintendo story about the professor stuff, how I said that it's eventually going to become something where these companies are not even going to want to run community Discords anymore. And if they do, they're not going to allow you to have special titles anymore or special kind of community events or anything like that. They're going to start really limiting this stuff because, unfortunately, bad actors are ruining it for everybody. Right? So anyway, he had his title of boatswain. It got completely removed because the title got deleted, and then he got banned from the server. Then people exploded and freaked out online about this, right? Obviously. And then people explained clear as day that Bruno and other accomplices, who they named somebody called Murph, I have no idea who that is, were protected and elevated to higher community positions by the community managers for over a year's time. Knowingly, he and a 30-plus-year-old made comments with a teenager with evidence of them doing that and demand that other people involved be held accountable, but nobody else is being held accountable. Hypno, it's Bosun. Wait, Bosun? Who's You pronounce this as Bosun? This shit is boatswain to me, brother. Like, this ain't Bosun to me. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, Bosun. It's boatswain, bro. Anyway, so people are mad because they feel as if they knew. They feel as if the, what do you call it? They feel as if the moderators knew about all this, right? They feel like they knew about it and they're sweeping it under the rug, okay? Now, nothing gets said. Days go by and Rare puts out the comment that we went over the other day. We went over Rare's entire statement, which, again, was very corporatized as expected. Rare puts out a vague, corporatized, legally protected, ambiguous statement puppeteered through their account by Microsoft. So they do not get shut the fuck down. They didn't even apologize one time. Neither did the community managers that were involved. Not a single person accept this pathetic excuse of a statement. People still post evidence and freak out and protest, rightfully so. Bruno and accomplices try to privately and publicly defer blame and make themselves the victim. They then get eaten to death for it by the community and then disappear and delete all social media presences. Community managers come back out of nowhere on a Monday morning and are cheerily acting the same way they did a week prior, pretending like nothing happened while banning and muting people who keep trying to speak about it. Yes, Jotaro and Shira are actively into Discord pretending like nothing happened. That's bad. That's bad, bro. Like, so if it's found out that things happen like that, I understand wanting to keep certain things down, like maybe private information, right? Maybe you don't want like any doxing to take place or anything like that. I get that. But you should not be silencing the conversation completely. You should be allowing people to air their grievances, or at least give them a method of which that maybe they can, like, I don't know, report something to Microsoft, maybe give them an outlet, create a link or something. They could type up a report or whatever, like something, anything. Like if you just start banning people and you start basically telling people like you can't talk about this whatsoever in any case of the word, even with restrictions. Like, you can allow them to talk about it with restrictions, but like if you're just banning people, that's not good. That's not good. Anyway, so they came back pretending like nothing is happening whatsoever. And Rare at this point needs to be under full investigation, with Jotaro, Shira, Christina being fired, and all the mods, Tomas and Badger, etc., being put on a permanent blacklist from accessing any Microsoft content of any kind. The entire community moderation team needs a complete revamp. What the fuck has this game come to? May all this come down crashing and burning. So at this point, I'll say this. Would I be surprised if the mods were protecting this person? No. Would I be surprised if the mods were sweeping for this person? No. Right? Like, this is something that we've seen moderators do for companies in the past. If you guys remember the debacle that happened with Helldivers, remember what happened with Helldivers 2, where the community manager that worked at that particular team had a bit of a melty melt over the entire situation that was going on with the whole PSN stuff and the review bombing and everything like that. And eventually they got in trouble for that. And then they tried to silence all dissent around that particular situation. They were banning people. They were even remotely talking about it. It was a whole crazy thing. Like, it was wild. Community managers are known for not exactly being the smartest people. And unfortunately, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the same situation happening here. Right? So it says here in the screenshot, while I completely understand the wish to not have to deal with more things like this, Lord knows it takes a toll on us. I'm also not quite sure that we should let bullies dictate which way we go. As for any opinions on one or the other, I have them, but I'm not going to weigh in on the actual decision this time. Brother, are you seriously calling people who are trying to get you to acknowledge what happened in your server with a pedophile as a bully? Are you seriously trying to acknowledge them as a bully? That ain't good, bro. That ain't good, bro. I'm just telling you, that's not good. Jotaro says, I think it's important, as Badger and Lotus has said, to consider that the Bodhi role is, are they helpful and friendly? If the answer is yes and they're a good fit, this is not a moderation role where you are going to be NDA'd, but a role to do they represent the best of our players. Do they represent the best of our players? Oof. That's rough. People can learn and grow, I think. That should also be considered, but I will also not sway a decision either way. Bro, learn and grow. They gotta learn and grow from this situation. Okay. Like, I'm a little bit speechless. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit speechless. I'm not gonna lie to you. They could also be considered, but I'll also not sway a decision either way. This is why it comes to the Bodhies. They call them Bodhies. That's so gay. Do you think these people in the title, in a way, they make you feel all proud? I'd be fine with Bruno. Now, I would expect people to come in trying to bring up social media drama once they caught wind. He got the attention of some real nasty voices. Brother, what do you mean he got the attention of some really nasty voices? People are angry over the allegations. To my knowledge, he hasn't disproven them. He hasn't even tried to fight them, to my knowledge. So why are you concerned about the nasty voices that he has attracted when you should be concerned about what he potentially may or may have not done? This is a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie to you. Tomas says, yeah, I have no real issue with them pinging us for that stuff, mainly if someone's being super persistent. It's brought up with no real basis or evidence behind it, so it's fairly easy to shut down, though it's rarely something that comes up anymore. Oh, man. So he's admitting that they've been shutting down the conversation surrounding the allegations. Holy shit. Holy shit. Now, keep in mind, Tomas is a moderator. He's not an employee of Rare, but still, he's talking with the moderators, and they're obviously colluding and planning all of this together. That's bad. That's fucking bad. That's a problem. Naming and shaming is not, nor has it ever been tolerated here. Normally, I would agree with that, but I think when it comes to protection of children, that would supersede that. Somebody said that. Somebody said that to this moderator. And the moderator says, that sounds like a police matter, not a discuss on Discord matter. I agree with that, by the way. I agree with, like, you should be reporting it and let the police handle it. I do agree with that. But that doesn't mean that people can't talk and be like, hey, this is a big fucking problem. in this particular Discord server for this game. Like, this is the problem. Why are you sweeping it like this? You know, or maybe at the very least make like a dedicated make a dedicated channel for it or something. Like, so people can air their grievances. I think what it is that they just don't want people talking about it because they don't want people spreading it around. That's really what it is. This is from the Bruno person. He says, hey, I know the last few days have been confusing, probably scary, and disappearing isn't helping, but it's seriously damaged my health. I've lost a lot of people around me, and I don't know what to do from this point on. For whatever reason you're still around, I don't take it for granted. I will get through this eventually, and if you're still around by that time, then I'll appreciate it more. I'm barely here, and I'm really shaky in my voice, and it's hard to type this right now, so I'm not ready to talk. All I can say is I'm sorry for what you've seen, and you're going to make up your own mind on what's true or not, no matter what I say. Please look after yourself while I try to do the same. Oh, boy. This is interesting, to say the least. Yo, they put a picture of a broom. They put a picture of a broom sweeping behind these posts. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Wow. Christina says, Christina works for Rare. She has the Rare logo. It says, hi all. We need to keep this server compliant with our rules. So while we predominantly EU-based team take some time to rest, we are slowing this server down. However, I want to be clear. We are investigating and escalating all reports with the appropriate urgency. And as has always been our policy, we are unable to comment on individual reports or incidents publicly. That's fair. They are under NDA, so that's fair. If they are truly reporting it, that's also fair. But I don't know if I necessarily believe them. Shira says, nothing is known. No. Flameheart says, I'm going to be the bad guy here and say little kids shouldn't be playing games where online strangers can interact with them, even if this hadn't happened. I agree with that. I agree with that. Kids should not be on certain video games, and parents should be doing a better job. But unfortunately, the reason why that they shouldn't be on those games, the reason why they should be doing a better job, is because these cycles do exist out there. And just because parents should be doing a better job doesn't mean that the cycles get a pass when things like this happen. You know? Southward says, moderator, sorry for the big ping, but in the face of the hate being sent your way, I appreciate what you do. Aww. Oh, it's so nice of you. Caesar says, blaming Rare is crazy and just disrespectful. No, it's valid too. Again, I wouldn't blame Rare for what happened, but you can technically blame Rare for potentially sweeping. Yes, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. But you can't blame them for what the guy did. The guy is his own guy. He doesn't even work for Rare, but you absolutely can blame them for sweeping it. And this person says, yo, take Bruno hate somewhere else. I don't have bias, but it doesn't contribute much to the server. He already stepped down. I think people have a right to complain about the potential sweeping of it. I think people do. It completely ignores what the so-called victim said about the situation, and the speculation about how someone becomes boatswain is completely wrong and made up. This person said the so-called victim. So they definitely seem like they're siding with Bruno, it looks like. Listen, regardless, guys, at the end of the day, the community manager role, I feel like, has done more bad than good for a lot of these video games, in my opinion. We have seen multiple video games get absolutely fucking destroyed, all because of what a community manager has said or done in the past. I don't know if we're at a point now where community managers have gotten into the useless territory. I'm sure there's some good ones out there, but man, dude, you can't convince me that community managers are doing good for games now. You just can't, because they just seem to all be doing bad. And I don't know if it's because it attracts a certain level of idiot to work in that position. I don't know if it's considered the entry level to work with a certain company or something. I really don't know. But it's bad. It's bad. And I think that community managers, if you're going to keep them around, they need some real fucking corporate training. They're only getting like the bare bone training, and they're basically told to shut the fuck up and be under NDA and all that. They need some real fucking training. They need like de-escalation training. They need something. Because the way they've been doing it for all these video games, it's not working. It is not working. Tanya says most community managers hurt the business. Yeah, I agree. They hurt the business involved. I agree. It is not good. Most of them are not good. And this just proves that with a sensitive situation like this, they could have handled it so much better. But because they handled it bad, now the company that didn't even do anything technically, the other guy, Bruno, did all the work. The company that didn't even do anything, now they're getting the blame. because of what the community managers did. It's crazy, bro. Anyway, so that's the follow-up story that I have for Sea of Thieves. Again, it's unfortunate because I know a lot of people like Sea of Thieves. I don't know if this truthfully hurt the game. We looked at it the other day. Let's see how it's doing on. Oh my god. Damn, it went down even more. Oh shit. 2,800 playing the game right. I mean, listen, it's been going down, but they lost half of their player base. They actually lost half of their player base. They started this month off at 11,000 concurrent players, and now they dropped to 6,200. So I don't know, man. This might be bad for Sea of Thieves. I don't know. If I was Rare, I would probably address this again, but with something a little bit more firm. Like, say that you're, you know, reporting it to the authorities or something along those lines. Like, you got to put something stronger out there, bro. Does this game make money? It does make some money. It does. Believe it or not, Tiger King, it actually does make some money. But right now, probably not. So that's basically it for the story, ladies and gentlemen. But again, crazy, crazy stuff, man. I honestly, I don't really know what to say about it other than holy shit. Yeah, that's it.
Holy shit.
That's basically it. That's the only words that I got for that.
Tiger King Rex Carter celebrates 10 months of membership. Community managers and mods shouldn't exist for 10 out of 9 games in the first place, like
True.
voice acting. Unnecessary and disgusting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, community managers, I feel like, have done more bad than good. 9.8 times out of 10. Seriously, I really do believe that. I know somebody in the chat said the Space Marine 2 community manager is pretty good. Maybe that's true, but unfortunately, they are surrounded by hundreds of retards. Hundreds of community managers that do worse. So, what are they saying about on Steam page right now? I mean, we could look. I don't think they're saying anything really. Let me see. When I'm sure they're banning. I'm sure they're banning the topic. I'm almost positive they're banning the topic. Let me see. Sea of Thieves, because when I looked on the Steam forums before, they really weren't. They really weren't saying too much. Let's see. Hold on. Sea of Thieves. They don't have anything pinned. Let's see. Nope. Look, barely any threads. Brother, I looked at these yesterday. You mean to tell me there's only been 5 or 6 threads in 24 hours on a game this popular? Or this semi-popular? 5 or 6 threads, that's it? Bro, they're absolutely banning threads. They gotta be banning threads. They have to be. That is super sus. Super fucking sus, bro. There's no way. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But, bro, they got 7,000 concurrent players. You only have 5 threads, 6 threads since yesterday? Yeah, I don't believe that, bro. There's something really odd going on here, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, Rare. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, look at this. Hold on, wait. Anyone know what does SOT mean by suspension? This is the 3rd time I got someone suspended because they either griefing their own crew, saying misogynistic stuff, or very offensive insults plus griefing, and whenever the staff says their account got suspended, I check their profile, and they're just playing like nothing happened, collecting hours every day for weeks. Every time I reported people, it's a fucking Karen. This is who you have in these games. You have a Karen who's like, oh, he said something mean. He said something misogynistic about women. Jesus Christ, you're going to make me vomit, bro. Unbelievable. Guys, listen. T-Jab says we are at the following. Sniper Wolf is at $24. Bayonetta is at $157. Guys, Sniper Wolf, man, like, I thought she had a chance, man. I thought she had a chance. Is this going to be the end? Is this going to be the end of Sniper Wolf? Is that it? Like, are we done? Are we done, boys? Is this the end? She reports and stalks people to see if they're punished. Isn't that sad? Imagine playing a video game and the fun that you're having in the video game is reporting people and making sure they got banned. Isn't that insane? What is wrong with people? Sniper Wolf is definitely hotter. I don't know. That's an awful pick for Bayonetta. Doesn't matter because Bayonetta's felting Sniper Wolf. Clearly, it doesn't matter, right? The picture doesn't matter. And again, you're voting for the character. You're not voting for anything else. So, boys, it is time. It is time. We need to pick a winner. Let's pick a winner. Toxin with the 2.
Hashtag Sniper Wolf got Snake solid.
Thank you, Toxin. We got to pick a winner right now. I'm playing the song. And then we're going to be it. That's it. Start off your super chats with hashtag the name. Decide each one, either or. And we're going to see who's moving on to the next round. This is going to be the first one. And then tomorrow is going to be Triss versus Tifa. Tomorrow. So pick and let's decide a winner right now. Bayonetta is way too far ahead. I see people talking about Sniper Wolf in the chat, but nobody's voting. It hurts. It hurts. Maggie says it's the naughty teacher vibe she gives. I liked it. I like the picture. I like the picture. Did you have to use an AI face pick for Sniper Wolf? I did. You want to know why? Because if you Google Sniper Wolf original photos, they're all fucking awful drawings.
I spent $500 for a limo.
What?
But it did not include driver fee. So I spent all that money and have nothing to show for it.
That's fucking insane. That's insane. Ron DFK, thank you for the 5. You have nothing to show for it. I hate you. I hate you. Sam Fisher says, community manager need to go in my eyes. So now we get pedals now? Yeah, gone like dodo birds. I think they utilize them as like a fail safe. As like, you could just blame them for something bad and then move on. But I don't know, man. I just think they do so much worse than good. That's what I think. They do so much more bad than good. But whatever, anyway. It is what it is. Guys, is this it, man? Sniper Wolf's getting felted. Does nobody want to save Sniper Wolf?
Hashtag Sniper Wolf.
Just the Ford, 189. Thank you. Hashtag Sniper Wolf. I appreciate that. Somebody's fighting out here. Somebody's fighting for Sniper Wolf, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Shout out to you, my brother. Matt Fun Cool says, who? Bro, come on. You gotta pretend like we don't know who Sniper Wolf is? Vice Admiral says, come on, where's the red boy? I don't know. I don't know, man. People want Granny Bayonetta. She's old. Yeah, it seems like that. No, what I think it is that people are saving money for like
hashtag Sniper
for
Wolf.
the one waifu that they want to vote for. We've been seeing it. We've been seeing certain waifus get some major donos, and people are like holding off for the ones that they care about. Ravixi with the DKK 20 for Sniper Wolf. Thank you. I appreciate that. Have you not seen Bayonetta moves? I have. Well, at this point, we're going to be finishing up the left side of the tournament. We'll be finishing up the left side tomorrow. So we'll be beginning the other side, which I think has the bigger hitters. I'm pretty sure. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how it goes.
Hashtag Bayonetta.
Thank you,
I
Zeroist.
picked Bayonetta because she says I'm a bad boy.
Oh, shit.
And I completely agree.
Yes! Zeroist, thank you for the 5. Bricked. Absolutely bricked. I gotta heart that. Bricked. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Zeroist. I appreciate that. All right, boys. Guys, are we ready? Are we ready? This is it, man. Is this going to be the end? Is Sniper Wolf getting felted? Is Bayonetta going to get an easy win? I don't know. The last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. Don't complain to me about lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. No super chats came in. Jesus Christ, boys. Sniper Wolf, Sniper Wolf, Sniper Wolf. What a fucking sad moment. What a sad moment for original Metal Gear Solid fans. What a sad, sad moment, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Deadeye's Lock snuck one in for a 2 for hashtag Bayonetta. Did not count, but it doesn't matter anyway. Thank you, Deadeye's Lock, for the 2. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, sir. I'm going to wait for TJAP to drop the numbers, but we all kind of know where this went. This is not what Sniper Wolf looks like, bro. You're right. You want to see, okay, for all you guys who are complaining about like the picture, I got you. You guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? I'm going to call you out on your bullshit. Hold on. Sniper Wolf MGS original. All right, let's see. Hold on.
No Metal Gear fans in chat, huh? Rip.
All right, you guys ready for this? So you want an original picture? You guys complaining about the picture? You guys know I use original pictures usually. I use AI if I have to. Okay, so you want original picture, Sniper Wolf? I got you. You ready? All right, here we go. You gooning? You gooning? Are you gooning right now? You gooning? You like this shit? Bro, that looks hot. You full of shit, brother. You full of shit, brother. Stop lying. Stop lying, bro. Yeah, okay. You be surprised? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, you gooning? You gooning to that pixelated shit? You like that shit? You lying motherfuckers. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. All right, TJAP says, let's see. What do we got? Sniper Wolf at $31.10. Thank you to those of you that tried, man. You guys tried. Against Bayonetta at $162 flat, which means the winner and moving on to the next round is going to be none other than, obviously, the one and the only Bayonetta, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's right. Tiger King says that ain't pixels, it's hand-drawn. I know it's hand-drawn, but the problem is the resolution is so low because the picture is so old that the picture looks pixelated on my screen. Let the coping and seething commence.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
You know, I'm really hoping that the trolls show up tomorrow. I really am, man, because you guys, like, the trolls are letting me down. The trolls felt it to chat 4 times during the One Piece tournament. 4 times. The trolls have not felt it anybody this entire fucking tournament so far. The trolls have not felt it a single person. I don't know. Maybe they fell asleep. Maybe they spent too much on the One Piece tournament. Who knows? Guys, tomorrow's battle, everybody's already calling it. They're saying it's going to be the easiest win known to man. They're saying that Triss might as well not even show up. They're saying that Tifa is the easy win tomorrow. Guaranteed. It is Tifa Lockhart versus Triss Merigold from The Witcher tomorrow in the tournament battle. And listen, I understand. I understand people saying Tifa easy win. But, where are the trolls? Where are the trolls? That's what I'm asking, man. This is your one opportunity to make it legendary. This is your one opportunity to make it so that the chat will remember this day forever. I don't know. Maybe you'll be asleep. Maybe you'll fall asleep. Who knows? But I guess we'll find out tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much for the insane support today. I appreciate it. I really do. I was going to stream tonight, but I realized that I can't because I got things I got to do tomorrow early. So I'm not going to be able to stream tonight, unfortunately. I wanted to play more Lego Batman, but we're going to play Lego Batman tomorrow. So don't miss it tomorrow at 5 p.m. Griffcast. We got to play some Lego Batman. We finally unlocked the city. So I want to go through it and see what's going on and see if the performance is really as bad as it seemed, at least from the stuttering standpoint. But the gameplay is super fun, and I want to open up the game some more and see what's going on. So join us tomorrow, 5 p.m. for Griffcast. Do not miss it for Lego Batman. And that's basically it, man. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for the gifted games, super chats, donos. I hope all you guys had a lot of fun today. Seriously, I hope every single one of you had a lot of fun today, had a great time. That's the whole point of the stream. Thank you guys so much for the insane support. I hardly ever stream at night anymore. Yeah, it's because I'm super busy, Winnie for Sweetie. That's the problem. I'm super fucking busy. I try my best. I really do. Hypnotic first time the top bracket didn't win a match. Well, it's going to happen again tomorrow if Tifa wins. So we'll see how that goes. Guys, thank you so much for everything. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well. And I'll see every single one of you on the next one. We're going to go raid someone. So until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. And if you want to watch videos, go watch them on Hypnotic Live. Hypnotic Gaming Live. I release 2 videos a day, every day over there. Go check it out. It is an algorithm that is completely unsuppressed. The videos do extremely well. Go check it out. I also have a shorts channel with 55 subs right now that gets like thousands of views per video. It's insane. It's ridiculous. Go check out the shorts channel if you like that content. Guys, love you. And I'll see every single one of you in the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you can't. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Her dog or her cat was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her Lady Jack. Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a Tweety and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Even though we fucking know, 'cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.